what? You ready?
I'm ready.
1, 2, 3.
Hail.
Heyo.
It's like I'm a drummer or something.
Sorry if I'm terrible. I had a very long night last night. In your room did amazing though.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. I've been wanting to see Lilac Kings actually for a while.
Bro, they fucking rip. It's
Yeah.
not necessarily my thing, but they're very fucking good at the thing they do.
Yeah.
So you have to respect that hustle.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Circa Survive. My bad. Pull down.
Yeah,
there we go.
There you go.
Circa Survive-ish kind of sound.
Yeah.
And we played with. I think you came to this show, but we played with Dylan from Lilac King's other band, Cicadia.
Yeah,
Mismanage.
I was there.
It was Mismanage. I can't remember. I think it was. I don't remember the other band that opened up the show, but Cicadia played. And I mean, me and Dylan hit it off like immediately.
Is that their vocalist?
Yeah.
Dude's got pipes.
I know. I was like, and we played after them, and I was like, fuck, I gotta follow that.
It seems so effort. He's one of those dudes too. You watch him, and he's like, is he even fucking trying to make those highs? Because it is crazy high.
Yeah.
Like how the fuck?
Yeah.
Some dudes can just.
Yeah, he can scream too.
I know.
Which I don't know if he does in any Lilac King stuff, but in Cicadia,
I don't remember him doing it last night.
In Cicadia, he's going back and forth between everything like effortlessly.
I was about 6 deep by the time they made it on. And then I told myself, I told Mark at the bar, I was like, no more, man. To sit, I cut myself off. And then any given room started, I was like, I'll do one more.
Two more.
And then I did one when they were done. I'm supposed to be going home. Like, fucking idiot, dude.
Too old to do that now, man. Me and you both.
Dude, I used to be able to crush 30 of these things and like walk around normal.
Yeah.
And now I have 6 beers and I'm fucking, no, dude, man, this is so, but I'm having a blast.
Dude. So you got to go to Vino's last night and enjoy a show that I actually wanted to be at. And I had a grappling match. I got my ass full, dude.
Did you? I told you to win so we could talk shit on him, dude.
It was.
Was it Jeff? Did he beat you up?
Jeff cornered
Did Jeff hurt you?
Jeff Bowie cornered me. Him and Mark Sniff. Do you know Mark?
I don't know Mark, but I know who Mark is. Yeah.
Yeah, they cornered me, and I trained with them Friday night, kind of getting warmed up.
And cornered is they're like your guys.
They're my guys, and just kind of talking me through what's going on. And man, I went out there and had a game plan.
You're fucking up.
Yeah.
Hit him.
That's what it was.
It's a grapple match, though.
Yeah.
You're not hitting, right? It's more like a jiu-jitsu.
I don't know if hitting him would have stopped him.
Was he just more dominating, like bigger, or just more skilled?
Skilled for sure. I mean, him and I both lost. We got asked to be on the card together. His name's Hayden Anderson. Shout out to him. He's an awesome kid. Into the same music we are and everything like that. Him and I both got scheduled. I had 2 matches that fell apart.
Same day, yesterday?
No. In advance. Leading up to get ready for the promo of it. And then Hayden, I talked to him beforehand, or not really talked to him, but talked to some of his team beforehand. He was like, yeah, he lost 2 matches too.
People just backing out?
Just backing out of it. And then we were just like, fuck it, man.
Just go at it.
Yeah. And then leading up to it, I was telling myself, he's supposed to win. He dedicates his everything to this.
Okay, so he's all in.
Yeah, he's all in. And I'm like grappling and fighting in general is my 5th priority, maybe, if you were to list them off. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, this is how this is. A little bit more than
a hobby, but pretty damn close to a hobby.
Yeah. So I'm just like, whatever, man. I'm
more just for the experience.
Yeah. I was just like, just fucking do it. And then, and telling myself that, I think I already lost going in.
100%. You know that's what happened.
Yeah.
You at least definitely gave yourself more of a chance to be beat.
Yeah,
you definitely added to the whooping.
Right. Yeah. So.
How did he get you?
It's called a Kimura lock.
Kimura lock?
Yes. So it goes the pressure to the shoulder, but at one point he tried to straighten it out into an arm bar, and I escaped that.
Okay.
I shouldn't have probably, and my
just let him keep you in the arm bar.
My elbows
tickle
sore as shit this morning, man. So so I was like,
well, you came in with glasses. I was like, oh damn.
Yeah, no. I did get scratched on the neck. I think my mom told me that this morning, and it is what it is. But I'm not gonna go out like that. Probably schedule a couple more before I just decide to quit the hobby.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Thinking about it, just maybe stay just the practice camp, like in camp training stuff.
Yeah. I mean, my ultimate goal with it, like, everybody has a retirement job, like, in line in their mind. My ultimate goal with it is, like, be playing acoustic sets somewhere, and then also, like, coaching a gym somewhere. Yeah.
Coaching kids gym or kids jiu-jitsu or something.
Yeah. I've already had a little experience in that too, and coaching adults too.
Yeah.
I've already had a little experience in that, and
that's fun, dude.
Yeah,
I get that.
It.
Mine is pizza. I just want to work in a pizza shop, dude.
Hey, man, I don't hate it.
I just want to be like fresh though. It's got to be all fresh ingredient. I don't want to be working like Domino's or some dumb shit like that. I want like a fucking real deal. Rolling out dough, just fucking, what's up, dude? What's up?
Right. For sure.
Yeah. I make $800 a month and I'm chill. Work fucking 3 days a week.
Dude, I worked in food for so long. And like, there's times where I'm like, dude, I fucking miss it. Because the degenerates that are back there.
Yeah, dude. The kitchen is where all the fun happens.
Dude, I met one of my best friends in a kitchen at a restaurant.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
That's how we knew we got to start a podcast together, and then we did.
Yeah.
And
what's yours called? Brain? USB?
No, it's called USBS. Is a abbreviated
USBS.
term, but it stands for ugly, sick, broken, stupid.
Okay.
Yeah, and
now tell the truth. Are those mismanaged lyrics?
No.
Okay.
No, actually, they're not. But no, it's there was like this guy named Jim Ron that went around doing leadership conferences.
Okay.
And he said that's like the ultimate negative life is to be ugly, sick, broken, stupid. And we have this, me and Josiah, he's the co-host of the podcast. Yeah.
That's a name.
Yeah, it gets a little bit deeper than that too. He's the co-host of the podcast, and we both had different upbringings and way different upbringings.
Yeah.
And we have a theory that we kind of is what the podcast is centered around.
Oh,
that,
okay. I've listened to a couple episodes.
Yeah.
I should know this.
Yeah, I mean, we're all over the place.
You are, yeah. It's a very sporadic release.
Yeah, we're all over the place. But I mean, we're getting to the point now where we have a dominant schedule. But we both had different upbringings, and he grew up in the like picture perfect, so to believe the picture perfect family of
Sure.
Go to church on Sunday. Dad's a pastor.
Like lived in a suburb, probably.
Yeah.
Real nice house.
Otter Creek area.
Sure.
They don't live there anymore, so I can say that.
Middle class-ish.
Yeah. But back when Otter Creek was like cool to live in. You know? But yeah, and then I didn't. I mean, my family grew up in Perryville. Shout out Justin. Grew up in Perryville and didn't go to church. Was not like in a blended family.
Right.
I have stepbrothers, half sisters, and things like that. And he is now like an atheist, and I grew up as I got older. I came into the faith.
More to it.
Yeah, I came into the faith, and we have this theory that like that kind of dynamic, especially growing up in the 90s and 2000s,
Sure.
Like directly correlates with a lot of our issues in mental health. And we both have, had our journey in mental health and in faith. And
I feel you.
It's so we kind of talk about that, and to be honest, like we kind of mock the church a lot, even though I am a Christian and I play.
There's a lot to mock, dude. You just got to be open and honest about that shit.
But yeah, and so that's kind of what the podcast is centered around. But we also have cool, like, fun episodes. Like we're reviewing The Last of Us right now, the TV series.
Yeah. I still need to I saw the first episode and just didn't keep going. I'm fucking up. I know.
Fucking up.
I think on episode 4 just dropped.
It's so good. Oh man. Yeah, it's so good.
Maybe I'll do that tonight. Actually, no, I got band practice tonight.
Shinfo?
No. I haven't practiced with any of those dudes in months. We don't have a practice space.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Man. Lost the one
the shed.
About? Yeah.
We had the shed, and then we had that dope-ass, like, mega castle of a fucking playing spot. It was just, like, the most ridiculous shit in the world, dude.
Yeah, dude.
And then that just, like, ended. Which is fine. I mean, we're not paying for it, so it's not like...
Right.
They were just like, nah, maybe not anymore. And it was, okay. And, that's it.
Right.
And I don't have a place at my new place. I mean, I do, sort of, but it's like open air.
Yeah.
So it'd be just like the whole neighborhood would just be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
No, so you can't do that.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially when, like... The front half of the neighborhood is just like no one's there. It's just like a wasteland. And then the back half of the neighborhood is all old people that have lived there like their entire lives, and like they're just old, and so there's no way.
And now you're a disruption.
Yeah. Which I would admit to, you know.
Yeah, which is something we wouldn't admit to in our early 20s.
If I was in my 20s, I'd be like, I don't care.
Fuck
I live
you.
here too. Fuck you. Yeah. Now it's like, all right, y'all been here for like 50 years. I'm not gonna come in and just wreck shit.
Yeah.
But my goal, my master plan is, you can get shipping containers for like no money. They're like $1,000, dude. They're so fucking cheap.
Well, now I need one.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying, right? Everyone wants one in their life. Well, I'm gonna bury one in my backyard.
Oh, okay.
My brother knows how to operate
Yeah.
heavy machinery and can get his hands on some.
Right.
So we're just gonna rent one, and he's just gonna come over and just dig the hole, put the shit in, and just build a little staircase, throw that bitch in a hole, cover it up, and then even if they can hear it, fuck them, because you'll never know where it's coming from.
This is what makes your band better than mine. This is what makes your band better than mine, because I would have never thought of that.
Put it
I'm
in the girth,
not
dude.
that creative.
The hardest part's gonna be like, you haven't seen my house, but it's kind of like they put a mobile home on an open piece of land, and then trees grew up everywhere around it. So there's just fucking trees everywhere now. There wasn't when they put the fucking house there. This is a big ass house, and when you look at it and you look at the street, you're like, there's no fucking way they brought this thing in here where all these trees are. But they just, it's just been there so damn long.
Yeah. Damn.
Isn't it weird how trees grow instantly?
It's instant, bro. These are like 20, 30 year. So that home's been there, I know, at least like 22 years.
Right.
And it's got, right up alongside it, dude. Like there's no way they physically got this home in here.
How did one not grow underneath the house? Like, I guess
They
sunlight, but I've seen that happen before. Though.
Yeah, I've seen it too.
Yeah.
Or something will start growing under the house, or it'll come up and around and out one side or
And
something.
just, like take off part of the roof with it. Yeah.
Plumbing is usually the culprit for that one, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some Jumanji shit. It's usually plumbing, though, because of the poop. They'll have a leak. God damn, that just leaked out of me, bro.
Modelo's at 11.
Modelo's at 11. It's 11 a.m.
Yeah.
And I was hoping this would fix the fog in my brain, but it is not helping at all.
Dude. Yeah, this podcast is at 11 a.m., so
6 Bridges got
might
me
have to
last
deal with
night,
it.
dude. Yeah. Thanks for doing that, too.
No problem at all, man.
What's weird, because, you don't live in this state anymore.
Yeah.
And the next guest also doesn't live in this state anymore. And I was like, how did we do two and how did we manage to do 2 in one day? Like, what
And we're both hitting you up. Hey, I'm going to be in town if you need a guest.
that is literally how it happened. He told me one day we're doing this one. I was like, cool. And then you had already hit me up, and I was like, well, that's 2. So
Get a week off, maybe.
yeah, no, we are. Yeah, for
cool.
sure.
Yeah, you need to do that sometimes.
I need a good week.
I think you need a good month from everything. From what I hear.
That would be insane. But at least a day. I'm good with days. If I can have a day where shut the phone off, take the thing, just don't answer any phone calls, I think I'm gonna be just fine.
Right.
I just really need to close my fucking eyes for a whole day. Just don't do shit.
Right.
Tell Kaylee just dinner. Just be on the couch in a blanket. No TV, just chilling. No. You know what I'm saying? No disruptions in the brain. Just kind of try to decompress everything, spinal cord and all.
Dude, yeah, this makes me sound so old. I'm only 30, but it makes me sound old. But this phone thing, I remember in my early 20s, I was like, that's all I obsessed with.
Oh sure.
And then I'm like, fuck this, man.
See, mine was the opposite because that's when they were all coming into fruition, and I was like, nah, dude, because when texting hit the vibe, I was like, that's so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna do that. But at the time, you had to hit the number pad 3 times for one letter, and scoot around, and it was all this tiny ass. The keyboard literally is fucking big, and and I got these big old sausage hands.
And the slide up keyboard, that was an invention, man.
People were like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Then I sort of leaned into it, and then now I'm back to the second they tell me I can put that shit on my wrist and not have to have the phone.
Right.
I'm out, baby. See you later, phone. I cannot wait for the day when I can just walk around and be like, oh, Christian's calling. Yo, what's up, dude? And it's just in my ears. That is no more
no more.
I get in so much trouble just doing this, dude. Just it's I'm fucking up. I know I'm fucking up. And when I'm doing it, I'm just like sitting there and I'm like, I could be doing something. I could be painting my fucking house or just something, dude. Go clean something, a dish.
It's one of those things that give me anxiety that make me check the phone all the time. I could be doing that, but instead I'm feeding the anxiety.
Do you check your screen time?
I have the notification that pops up at like 10 at night, and I'm like embarrassed every single day.
You spent 7 hours today on your screen.
I'm like, damn, I could have been. I'm
working 8.
Yeah. How did I do 7?
I'm only awake 16 hours a day.
Yeah.
I'm working 8 of them, and I'm on my phone for 7.
Yeah.
30 minutes of my day I spent free from distraction.
It'll tell you too
Like-
how many times it like lights up.
Lights
and how
up.
many times you actually check it.
Right.
Yeah. It's like,
Dude.
did I talk to anybody today?
No, you did, but you didn't. You
Yeah.
commented, maybe do a little
Yeah.
ha-ha, laugh.
That's not really
react.
talking to anybody, though.
No, but I think our brains don't know that.
Right.
I think they're just like, interaction completed.
Done.
Love it, done.
Yeah. That's
Dude,
the day, man.
it's fucking, I mean.
What's funny is I'm in education now, and
You're in education now?
yeah, we can get into that. I can't name the place because it's a Christian school, and I've said fuck like 7 times.
Christian?
Yeah. But I tell it's like college age students.
Sure.
And I tell them all the time, like if they're on their phone in class or something like that, and I'm just like, you missed the homework because you're not on your phone. Check my phone.
Yeah. Now, what you're going to want to do is put your phone down and you're just like
to take this exam.
scrolling fucking Facebook, like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Like, check out this meme my friend just posted. Look. Don't be on your phone. Here, check this out.
Right. Yeah.
Such hypocrite shit.
Yeah, and what's funny is I'm not really on social media at all.
Right.
Like most of mine is just
You'll find a way. YouTube.
Yeah.
You'll find something.
like a social media that's not the
Something.
standard social
You'll
media.
find something.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I try to deviate. Like, I'm getting pretty good at just being on Facebook for the amount of time I need to be on Facebook.
Right.
React. You know, LOLs. Make a post if I have to. Tuesday is like my all apps day. I give
Right.
myself that because this is the day that the
freedom,
podcast drops.
yeah.
So like on Tuesdays, work or not,
Right.
if my phone goes off, I have the freedom in my mind. I've set the rule. Just do it because it helps the thingy.
Right.
The more I respond, the faster I respond,
Yeah.
the better it does.
Right.
That's just how it is.
Yeah. That's the name of the game, man.
But I'm trying to get down to like put it on my wrist, just have it as like I'm Dick Tracy now.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
phone calls, text, leave it at that. When I get home,
I'm Dick Tracy.
you know, when I get home and I need there's my age. Warren Beatty, anybody under 30?
Most of the people listening to this are not going to know who that is.
No. And then just like if I have to, like iPad.
Right.
You know, just hop on there, Facebook, Instagram, do something and get the fuck out of there.
Right. Yeah.
I just want to do more shit, and I feel like when I'm doing that, I'm not doing more shit.
Right.
But maybe you are. That's the
Yeah.
argument. Maybe you are doing more shit because, like, can't deny when on Tuesdays when I'm on that fucking thing all
Yeah.
damn day, it works.
Right.
For sure, it works.
Right.
Because before I didn't, and then I was like, well, this, you know, all these young kids are like, well, this is how, you just got to do it, and they're
This is how
like,
it's done.
okay, fuck it, I'll give it a shot.
We're the same age.
Yeah, but you know more about that stuff.
You and him are the same age? Me and you are the same age.
me and
I was
him are
about to
the
say you were about to surprise the shit out of me.
Like 40, I'm like,
I was
dude,
like, I'm out. I
mad.
look older than both of you. I was like, this podcast is over.
Remember that poor life we were talking about earlier?
That was it. But yeah, man, it's crazy. Like I know every guest that comes on this show says these words. Thank God for Zach Smith.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
because he's a young gun and Mismanage now, and I'm like, you know how to do all this shit, and I hate to put it all on you, but I'm gonna fuck it up.
It's fair.
Yeah.
Or you know, there is that thing where like we'll learn at least some of it, but
Yeah.
it's a lot, dude. I think just the task of just having like my Tuesdays are so insane
Right.
because I task myself with being on that fucking thing all day. It wears me out.
Right.
It
Dude.
really does.
Dude, the shit that I've heard you talk about and the little bit of what you've told me just through text messages,
Right.
I'm like, you're 8 years older than me, and I'm like, I'm like, how the fuck is he doing all this?
I don't know. At this point, dude, I genuinely don't know. I don't know how I'm keeping it together.
Right.
But I'm telling you, I'm falling the fuck apart, actually. Like,
yeah.
My knee now makes grinding on the inside.
Oh, man. That's
I don't know if you've made it to that point of life.
No. Well, I mean,
but like
injuries in jiu-jitsu.
There's a thing inside of my knee.
Yeah.
You can't feel it on the outside. You can't feel it. You can't feel it.
Yeah.
But if I move my leg inside, there is shit moving around that ain't supposed to be moving around.
Yeah, that sounds like a tendon up there, man.
Something, dude. Or the... the disc is completely gone and it's just bone to bone, just rubbing.
Oh, man.
It's that sucks.
The shit we look forward to.
Well, if you have if you're just kind of, I did a lot of dumb shit too, though.
I mean, I've done my fair share.
Rooftops when I was a kid, buildings and shit. Like my buddy, here's something dumb I used to do. A friend of mine lived down the street. They had a house, 2-story house. It was like a shop house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was like, Dad did race car driving, but there was a door in his bedroom on the second story that if you opened it, it was just outside. No balcony, no nothing. It just straight fucking dropped. Well, we used to just jump right out of that door.
Oh, no.
Second story house, dude, just for funsies because there was a hill and we would just land and roll.
And how old are you? How old were you?
Probably like 12, 13.
Oh, man.
Maybe a little bit younger.
Last week? No.
Dude, last week I ran up those stairs and fell.
I fell up the stairs.
It's true. I fell up the stairs and I went knee first in the crease of the stair. My bad knee, of course. And I come down here and regroup. Like, dude, it really is insane.
Dude, man. Like,
and then I'm at the show last night and people are like, when's this band gonna do shows again? And I'm just like, dude, I'm fucking, like, I want to do that stuff, but I don't know.
Work. Yeah.
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you.
So
we're just now getting Lame Johnny back together.
Oh, is that the practice you got tonight?
No, tonight's Crows. Crows has its own thing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's its own thing. We have our own space.
Yeah.
That one's like very, by the book.
Right.
Practice every Sunday, most Sundays. Sometimes I get here and I can't leave here because, getting these done.
Right. Is it the three of you still, or you got a fourth yet?
Nope.
No? Man.
We're going to keep it 3.
I loved it. The one show I saw at Vino's, it was very Kaylee. Like, it was the best way. And not a lot of people know this, but I actually grew up with your wife.
I know.
Yeah, and she saw the first Mismanage show ever, which was embarrassing.
Well, I know the first My Hands to War show, and it was fucking embarrassing too. Yeah. They were trash.
Yeah, mine too. Just whenever I saw Crows, I was like, this all makes sense.
Yeah. I made like a Ian, Kaylee, the two strangest people,
right?
But like kind-hearted as can be,
right? I love Ian, yeah.
And so I was like, y'all just tell me what I need to do to manifest your idea.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm hands off.
Right.
I'll help write the songs because that's what I'm good at. But all the thing like lyrics, she does it all the guitar parts, and they just do their own thing, and I'm just there to facilitate and. That's what comes out of it.
Right.
Like all those silly videos and shit, that's all out of their brains. I'm just going like, oh my God. Like we're making a video and Ian's like, what if I just throw the traffic cone at the end? And I'm like, fucking film it.
Do it.
Like, whatever, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Their dynamic on stage too was like just like the kind of like silly banter back and forth. I was like, this is so like it fits perfectly.
Yes.
Yeah. It was so good. I enjoyed every second of it. Who did y'all play with that night?
Dude, I don't remember, but it was a really good show.
Yeah, I remember.
Was it? Oh, Turquoise Tiger.
Yeah,
and,
that was it.
Fuck. Dude, it's escaping me.
Yeah.
That was a while ago.
So, yeah, it was.
But it was Turquoise Tiger and somebody else. But it was a good show.
Yeah, Turquoise Tiger was really good
fucking
too.
Brian did sound, dude. Ian's guitar rig that night. I was like, this is batshit crazy because we don't have a bass, but we have 3 amps, and Brian went and sound checked all 3 amps. I was like, I don't know what it sounded like out front, but up on stage, it was awesome, dude.
Of course, I wasn't in the best spot to hear like every bit of it,
right?
Because I was at the front. But yeah, I remember Ian's guitar playing style just fascinates me in itself because it's pretty different.
It's when you look at it, it doesn't seem like he would be able to play guitar,
right? Yeah.
It's like goofy footed. You know how skating has like, how are you doing that? But it's like, but with a guitar.
Yeah, exactly.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Like whenever I'm watching his finger movements, I was like, this doesn't make sense.
And he's stiff and kind of rigid, but he can shred.
Yeah.
Dude, I have a Shimfo.
But still do this.
I have the old Shimfo record that we never put out. And like, I was going through it the other day, trying to brush up on some songs the other day. It's like 5 fucking months ago. But there's a part in there, and I completely forgot. He was like, dude, I want to do a solo on this part. And I was like, cool. And just, dude, he's fucking like lightning. Just, it's insane. I was like, oh, yeah, what the fuck?
Damn.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
The dude can fucking play guitar.
I 100% agree. It makes it look effortless and goofy at the same time.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying, dude. I really do. I've always thought that.
Right. And like, other than when Kaylee would say something funny, pretty much, I would spend most of my time like watching him, and I just could not make sense of it.
Yeah.
Like the notes he was playing, the riffs that he was doing, I was like, unless it was like one of those bar chord riffs that he like that in some of his songs. Like, obviously, I'm going to catch that, but. Yeah.
There's this other thing that's a problem in that band where none of us know music theory. And he'll just be writing shit that's off time. And I'm like, oh no, is it up to me to like figure out what this is? Because I don't know what it is. And so I'll just be listening to it. And I'm just like, I'm just going to listen to it. You just put it in a loop and I'm just going to start playing. And when it makes sense, that's when we'll stop. Because neither of us know. With Justin, it's easy.
Yeah.
You're just like, hey, what is this? And he's like, it's 37-2. Duh.
Yeah. I've had my fair share of those comments from him. Yeah. Man, he's nobody knows music theory like Justin Cole.
It's like watching a computer work.
It's like, here's what it is, and then compute, and then done. He knows it. And then I surround myself with, I have like 2 siblings that majored in musical theater from Ouachita Baptist, and they know music theory like the back of their hand, but they don't compute it like Justin does. Yeah. They have to, like, which is, like, I kind of want to throw that in their face every time.
They're just like more equational.
Yeah. And then, and I surround myself with those siblings all the time. Where like, I can't make sense of this metal stuff you're doing because just change time signatures and stuff like that. Yeah. But in the middle of a song, but Justin is just.
I'm aware.
He just.
It's fucking wild, dude.
And it's frustrating.
And you know that in practice too, because you'll be. And you'll ask him a simple question like, hey, if I want to do this and I want to do that, and he's just like, this. Yeah. And it's almost instantaneous. You're just like, God, dude.
Dude, I remember one time.
It's built into him.
When I was in my hands tour during a Scholar's Folly, like I rewrote a bass riff because I'm not Earl Stracer. Like nobody is Earl Stracer. And
put that out there.
I went into that.
It's a travesty that man does not play in bands.
I know, man. I got a story about that we could tell later. But when Todd originally invited me to practice, like I was like, dude, I can't do those riffs, right? And he was like, yeah, nobody can. It's fine.
Dude, we used to let John literally just play open notes. It's like we would just turn his shit down, and he would just because it was like you're just there for a performance, really.
Yeah, dude, that guy has some stage presence, but
he did.
Yeah, but. I remember when I rewrote like a riff to a Scholar's Folly and trying to get some fill in it during the chorus. Yep. And it actually impressed Justin. I was like, that's the biggest compliment I could ever have in my life. I was like, I'm done. I'm done playing bass.
I got one. My best Justin Cole compliment was we're writing this record. So it was a couple years ago. And I was like, dude, I don't like this part. I can't play a D beat. Like famously, I'm like, I just don't know how to do it. My brain has yipped it away from my body. I just can't fucking play them. I don't know why. It's very simple. I'm aware, but I fucking stink.
Right.
This is like but he put that in there. He's like, I just tried. And we tried for like hours, dude. I'm just sitting there with it. I was like, just start playing it. Let me play some shit. And then we wrote writing. Anyway, I write this insane thing. It's fucking insane. Every part of me is moving 100 miles an hour for 32 straight measures. Just full. It's the first blast beat we've ever done in a song. Like all this stuff I added. A couple years go by and Justin's playing it and he gets to that part and he does it and he goes, dude, I had no idea that was that crazy to play. And I was like, yes, because he's so much fucking better than I am.
It's like everything he touches just is unfair. Like unfair.
With minimal working knowledge of it too. You hand him an instrument, 5 minutes he'll have you something on that instrument for sure.
Right. Yeah.
Like in key, blah blah blah. The only thing he can't do is get guitar tone. And I'll stand behind that.
Hey, I struggle with that in my own band a little bit too.
He plugs it in, it goes blonk. It's good, right? No.
It sounds like the string is detached from the fret.
Fucking line 6. There's that fucking famously, me and Earl one day tricked him and like, and he knows all this now, but like we told him his pedal board was broken so he would stop using it. And like all we did was make it where it just wouldn't work. Barely.
Took the battery out before practice.
Like literally all we did was barely fuck it up a little bit, and like it was completely fixable by just putting the part back. Oh, and that's what it took to do it, because
so
like we did it. We went out and got a distortion pedal, like made a little thing, and got the tone. Just me and Earl spent hours sculpting the tone. Just sounded so good. He comes in, he goes, boo. He's like, oh, that's cool. Unplugs it and plugs in his effects pedal thingy. And I was just like, and me and Earl looked at each other like, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. He doesn't get it. He's like, I like this thing because I know here is this, like afraid of change kind of shit. And just like straight up, dude. Finally, like a week later, we're breaking this fucking thing.
Damn, man, dude. It's crazy to me that obviously growing up, getting old, you don't really hear from each other very much anymore. But it's crazy to me that
part of life.
Yeah, man, it sucks. But I've known him since I was 14. I've known Justin since I was 14, growing up in Perryville. And
were you born and raised there?
So I spent the latter part of high school there. I was originally born here in Little Rock, and then went to Joe T. Robinson, and then I don't remember exactly what happened. We lived like on the Taylor Loop area where they did a lot of development. I think there's a school there where our house used to be.
Absolutely.
I think that development kicked us out.
Oh, okay.
And then, poor family. They were just like,
move to the country, baby.
We got to move to the country. That's the only place we can afford.
Yep.
And I think we had a deal on that house through family or something. So
right, like pay whatever you can.
Yeah, kind of
like live real below means kind of shit.
Yeah, man. God bless my dad, man. He would drive from Perryville to Little Rock for work.
Yeah.
And I mean, still does.
Still does.
Worked with your dad.
Yep.
And it's crazy, man.
It's crazy.
And I remember whenever I moved up to Perryville, I was like, Mismanage started with me and my 2 older stepbrothers. And
really?
That was it. We were a 3-piece. And
Mismanage was a 3-piece?
Yeah. Not a lot of people. Dude, like Mismanage
was it a hobbyist 3-piece? Like y'all never played shows, or did y'all play shows as a 3-piece?
We kind of, my parents are going to kill me. We kind of weren't allowed to play shows. Oh. Yeah, it was that kind of thing. Gotcha. I was kind of a troubled kid, like, and
fair.
I think the whole like blended family aspect kind of confused me because like the 2 older brothers, like it was.
Was that who was in the band?
Yeah. They were my 2 older stepbrothers, and they still had a relationship with their dad. I didn't have one with my mom, kind of thing. So I think the whole blended family aspect confused me. And so I would act it out as a kid, got in fights at school, that kind of thing. But anyway, moving back to the band stuff, like when we wanted to take it seriously when we moved to Perryville.
Oh, yeah.
And then and
you don't understand.
Yeah. And then we were kind of looking for like, okay, is there like musicians in Perryville? Maybe we'll add one to our band kind of thing. We ended up not doing that.
Right.
And then, but we heard of this band called Evacuate the City that was from Perryville. Yeah.
Evacuate. Yep. Never mind. I'll leave it. Yep.
I've heard the joke before.
Yeah. What's his? Who was the other guitar player's name?
Ephraim.
Ephraim. He's got a unique name too.
Yeah. Dude played the fuck out of a guitar.
Yes, he can.
It's crazy.
Like I like to make fun of their band name, but really I just give Justin shit because it's like you're in my store and Evacuate the City.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And Stephen McGee was.
But to be fair, Evacuate the City was better than My Hands to War at the time.
I would have some agreement with that.
Like, I would say like style, like maybe not like depending on what you're. I'm not saying what you like to listen to. I'm just saying like from a professional musician point of view.
Yeah. I could see that. You weren't even in My Hands to War at the time.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, you were still in Annabelle. And then so I found out about Evacuate the City, and then they were like not really playing a whole lot of shows at the time.
Yeah.
And then so I was like I remember I met Justin at Big Star, like when he was working there, and introduced myself. Introduced myself, and I think I freaked him out. Like he was like, "Who the fuck was that?" And he was like 21 at the time, maybe. And then eventually, just getting around school, some of our mutual friends. Yeah. Obviously, he was going to UCA at the time, I think. And then some of our mutual friends was like, Justin's in another band. And then I'd never heard hardcore music before, and Mismanage was this like Nirvana sounding thing.
For real?
Yeah, dude. Nirvana sounding, Bush, Chevelle-ish.
I was gonna say y'all were trying to be Chevelle.
Yeah,
that's
pretty
exactly
much.
what I was gonna say.
Pretty much, that was the most comparable thing. And so, as a joke, we covered the
Have
Red.
you heard Chevelle now?
Yeah, kind of good, man.
Are you kidding me?
Like, if it's the
They've
album,
gotten heaver. Yeah, this last thing they put out, dude, it's actually pretty fucking good.
Dude, they're like hit and miss with me.
Like as a 3-piece,
it's kind of wild what they can do.
It's wild. Yes.
They're kind of hit or miss with me. Like
same.
Like the Vitamin R record.
Yeah,
like that was
got
great.
some hits, but then they've got some real fucking stinkers. Like, how is that the same band?
Yeah, some of it I'm like, how did you think this was a good idea? But
well, Metallica made Saint Anger, so we all make mistakes.
No wonder my dad gives me so much shit. I bought that for him for his birthday.
Saint Anger. That's the worst fucking record ever, dude.
That fucking snare drum, man.
It's the worst thing in the world. And a bunch of professionals made that.
Yeah. Damn, man. We can do this music.
I'm telling you.
But
that should be a meme. If Metallica can make Saint Anger work, you can do anything.
Yeah, for sure. But I think it was Jesse Irby told me about My Hands to War.
Okay.
And then I met John Salzer through Jesse, and
you're just throwing all these old
school names. Yeah, man.
Irby.
I don't talk to either of them anymore either.
I saw Irby at Vino's not that long ago, dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was just like,
damn, how is
Corey, he's good.
Yeah.
He was like in a baseball uniform.
Oh, weird.
I was like, whoa, dude, that's fucking crazy.
John ended up telling me about a show at the Village that was like a local night at the Village or something like that. It was the Tristan Betrayal headlined.
Yeah. There's a good drop. The Tristan Betrayal.
Oh, dude, it gets way better. Tristan Betrayal headlined. Annabelle, I think, was second.
I think you're right.
And Heart for a Hand was underneath you guys, which I think probably my favorite local band of all time.
Heart for a Hand?
I love it, man.
They were good.
Like, the recordings weren't like the best quality, but
I mean, dude, it was like, what was that, like
2007 or 6? Yeah. And then My Hands to War was right under that. And
I do remember this.
Yeah. Oh, man, it was crazy. And we didn't really know anybody other than John.
Right.
And I mean, Justin said what's up, but him and I weren't like close at the time.
Age gap.
Yeah. And I remember seeing Todd hit the stage, Todd Weber, your vocalist, and I looked over at my two stepbrothers and I was like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Todd does not know how much he influenced me into hardcore music at all. Like, I've never said it to him because I can't tell him.
Well, it's like, man, you really influenced me. All right, let's go.
That's exactly how he would respond. But I was whenever I saw him take the stage and just his energy, I was like, I want to do that. Never been able to capture the energy part of it, but I want to do that.
I think you do now, dude.
Yeah,
I actually told you that y'all got real good the last time I saw you. I was like, oh shit, something done changed.
Yeah, man.
I think I asked you who are you mad at? That's what I think that was my question.
There's a laundry list.
Let me count the ways, brother.
I added one last night after I got my ass whooped. No, I'm just kidding. He's
coming for you.
Yeah. But yeah, man, that was my first hardcore show. And
is there people there at those things?
Which ones?
Real quick, those like events,
the grappling ones, dude. It was the Maumelle Event Center. It was packed out,
right? Because it's like all age groups, right?
Yeah. My dad and my stepmom, my unhealthy stepmom, had to stand.
There's so many people in there.
There's so many people.
Holy shit!
Yeah, it was crazy, man.
I got your ass beat in front of all those people.
Oh, dude, yeah, I know, man.
Let's just relive it.
I've never in a tournament format like that, like I've done like exhibition MMA stuff too. And I've got my ass whooped and ended up winning by submission doing that. But you would think that I fucking lost. But like,
Got your face all beat up.
yeah, and then they just made one mistake, and I took their ankle home with
That's
me.
all it takes. Yeah, that's all it takes. You'd be winning the whole damn fight and get just.
Yeah, for
See ya.
sure. And then, and then this one was very, very humbling. Like I've done tournament formats where I have multiple opponents that I have to grapple, like a high school wrestling thing.
Yeah.
And then, like I'll lose like in the finals. Like I've got second place so many times, and I've won a couple state titles too. But it's like that was the most humbling thing ever yesterday because
getting your butt kicked on.
Yeah, it was. Because it was one mat. It wasn't multiple mats. Everybody had their eyes on you. Like they.
Oh really?
They cheese it up
shit.
they cheese it up like there was a Bruce Buffer like announcer like.
Oh no! So it was a whole thing. That makes it way worse.
Oh man! And then like the thing is like I made one error, tiny error, and he got it. Like he got it, and.
That's the difference between a professional and a hobbyist.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. And I could hear Bowie just in the back going, "Oh,
fucked us."
Well, dude, and I like with me jumping around like geographical locations so much, I didn't really have like a gym,
like a training normal spot. Well, you used to train with Jeff,
Bowie,
right?
Yeah. He's become one of my best friends. Like
Jeff's awesome. Dude.
Like he's one of my
shotgun breakdowns. Next time you talk to him, bring that up.
Oh, we talk about it.
Oh, okay.
we do. Yeah, we do talk about it. I've seen him take the bass and
shit's so funny.
But yeah, he's become one of my best friends, man. I love that guy dearly.
He is a great human.
Yeah, just as a like older brother mentor type guy. We kind of come from similar backgrounds too, like being a person of faith, but we like to say fuck,
that modern day.
Yeah. But yeah, we kind of come from that era of life, and he's just able to, anytime I have a problem, he's always available and makes time for me and things like that.
He does make time for people. He's a good dude.
Yeah, it's very touching, really. And after like last night, that humbling experience of getting my ass whooped,
and he was there with you at least.
Like I was walking off the mat, and he had all my stuff, like my hoodie that I was wearing and stuff like that, and he handed it to me, and I was like, you gotta hold it. I think I tore my shoulder. and he was like, oh fuck, are you okay? And I was like, I don't know, man. I was like,
I don't know. Just get me out of here.
Yeah, like we were walking to the back. My dad was like, my dad even goes, hey, you good? I was like, I think I tore my shoulder. And he goes, okay, I'm gonna go eat.
Okay, see ya. We'll be at Chili's.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Shout out to Chili's for sure. I would
Bring
not
back
doubt.
my motherfucking chicken fingers.
I would not doubt if he went to Chili's. To be honest, I didn't ask, but
2 for $20, bro.
But
hell yeah, he's going to Chili's.
Yeah, Jeff is awesome. We talked about a long time ago. Maybe I shouldn't say this, but we'll deal with it. We talked about like maybe me helping out doing another Saints record, but
dude, that would be. They need to do that.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I gave him shit about it Friday night too. I was like, let's do it.
Some of these guys, it's life, really, man. They all have kids and shit, so I get it. But like, we're at a time now in modern technology, like y'all don't have to do shit.
Right.
If the postal service made one through the actual mail, y'all can make a record on fucking Skype now, or not Skype, but like literally like Zoom, Discord.
Yeah, and the talk of it was like, I don't know what I would do because Drew would obviously want to be involved
Facilitate
in it.
it.
Yeah,
Just
and
facilitate the
maybe
fucking
be
thing.
a live musician or something like that. Like the conversation was very narrow.
It'd be awesome.
I would love to. Like
You
maybe
can just be an online band now.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a true path.
Right. Well, in that case, I wouldn't have to help out with it because they have all their members maybe. But I'm not sure.
I don't know. The only 2 people I keep up with anymore is Jeff and Drew.
Yeah.
But he lives all the fuck ass way in Fayetteville.
He lives like in Centerton or something like that, I think.
It's like near Fayetteville.
Yeah, somewhere in that area.
It's like they're all the same. Once you hit that, when you see the city, you don't know where you're at.
Right.
It's like Dallas.
Yeah.
People are like, no, this is Mesquite. And it's like, bitch, I've seen concrete for 300 miles. It's still fucking Dallas. Just shut up.
Dude, I actually had a conversation with somebody about that.
Shut the fuck up.
Like, they were from Mesquite. And I'm like,
oh, they get real mad, dude. And I'm from Texas, and I'm from Dallas. This is Fort Worth. No, do not lump us in. You can't just say Dallas. You have to say the thing, especially if you're there. Or Denton. Yeah. Dude, it's the suburb of Dallas. Yeah.
Yeah, because my girl's from Terrell.
Yeah, okay.
And then she's fine with it. She doesn't do it.
Right.
Do that. But some of the people, like one of her friends gave us a dog, and it was a corgi. Like they had a baby, and the corgi was aggressive.
Is it a girl?
No.
Damn.
No. And
You were trying to play matchmaker.
I really was just trying to get my Cooper. Dude, I want a Mini Cooper so bad.
oh man, for you?
Yes.
You're gonna steal
Yes.
that baby.
Like Cooporgies is what I'm going to dub him. Because Cooper's his own dog.
But I remember, like, I told the guy that we got the corgi from, like, I was like, man, Dallas is cool. And he goes, this is Mesquite, but okay. I was like,
Fucking shut up, dude. Shut up.
He's a cool dude, but I was like,
They're so proud of that town that used to be fucking literally nothing. That
It's
Dallas
still-
sprawled into, by the way.
yeah, it's still kind of nothing.
Bro,
to
when
me.
that's where my brother's from. And when we lived there, when I was a kid, it was a fucking farm, just land, dude. There was we lived in a shitty ass mobile home. Like, it was fucking stunk.
Oh, man.
I have vague memories of it all. Cause I was like around that memory making age, like 3-4. So it's all just these little snapshots. And I
Right.
can't really place if it was my grandma's house or our house, but I know like the carpet was orange, you know,
Right.
that orange brown 80s garbage carpet.
Yeah, man. Man, I feel like Mesquite, like home development wise, is stuck in the 80s.
I mean, and the only reason their places are that big is because everyone wanted to move there, and so they had to go this way.
yeah,
You know, so like it's Dallas. Shut up.
Dude, I do like Terrell a lot though. Terrell, Texas.
There's lots of great dude. I was just
Like-
there for a month working building the water tower.
in Terrell.
No.
Oh, in Dallas.
My brother may have.
Yeah.
It's like past Dallas, but
Yeah.
dude, and it was just nothing out there. So it's
Yeah.
like past the city, past all the bullshit.
Yeah.
Like an hour away from Dallas, and just man, I have photos that are just like some of the most beautiful sunsets. Like it really is just open and air and just beautiful. Oh my
Right.
god.
Man, I would like to live, maybe not Mesquite, but we're just shitting on that place today. But, maybe not Mesquite,
I
but
actually know some really good people that
Yeah, I
live in
do
Mesquite.
too.
I'm just fucking around.
yeah. I probably wouldn't. If I had to, I would. But like, if I could live in like Terrell or like
Somewhere nearby.
like Rockwall's probably a little too expensive for
That's
my blood.
too much, dude.
Yeah.
That's too much. That's like
Yeah.
Rockwall is the Whole Foods of America.
Right.
That
Yeah.
place is a little over the top
Right.
with everything.
Right. And if I could get a little suburb outside of Dallas, because I'm like,
Dude, Greenville is one of the most beautiful.
man.
Especially, have you ever just driven through it, or have you ever gone into the city?
I have, yeah.
It's gorgeous in there.
Yeah.
It's all old as fuck.
Yeah.
Like the roads are all still like, you know, and the shops are elevated with the walkways.
Right.
Dude, it's such a cool town.
You can tell we're getting old. But
Oh yeah, we're over here like, man, what a beautiful city.
Can't wait to retire.
Can't wait to
dude,
retire.
I'm trying to now. No, I'm just,
Amen.
Yeah,
I really am.
but like, well, like I'm still. I think I don't know if it's my age or if it's like what it is, but like I'm like now I used to. I'm like, give me a house next to Vino's. That's what I
Right,
want.
right.
That's what I want. And now I'm like, fuck that. Like I want something that's
As
close
cool
enough
as it
to the
would
city.
be, yeah, as cool as it would be to like just be able to walk to everything.
Right.
It's just too much. I
Right.
probably wouldn't be able to sleep at night. Lights everywhere, noises all the time.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah, my brother who still lives in Little Rock, he has a house that's like kind of like this, like one after another.
Right.
But it's
Like closed off.
like, but it's
subdivision style.
right, like I won't say what subdivision, obviously, but it's right off Rodney Parham.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, fuck that.
just noise
I can't do
24/7.
it. Yeah. Like,
Was it like that when you lived downtown? Just noise always?
Not really.
Really?
It's pretty quiet downtown at night.
Really?
yeah, man.
Because I just see like the river walk
It's like a
at
Friday or
night.
Saturday night.
Yeah, like
well, I didn't live on the river.
that's true. You lived away from the madness, but my God.
If there was like stuff going on in the rep, yeah, it was busy.
Yeah.
But
Ah, man. Yeah, that place is always noisy.
Yeah. It's a cool ass spot, and it's really cool. Now fuck, we were just over there yesterday. We went to one of those like the pocket park. I've never even it's just
No.
like an astroturfed old alleyway that they just painted a bunch of murals in between the buildings.
Right.
And Maxie does these pop-up shop things. It's all like old thrifted goods, and
Right.
or people had brand new shit too. It's just whatever. Buy a booth and fucking sell your wares. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was fucking fun as shit. And then I had some really awesome chicken tenders from Mexican food truck, which was
not
very
Chili's.
That quesadilla.
Dude, it was fire. I don't remember the name of it. Couldn't pronounce it.
Right.
Like, but it was really, really good.
Dude, the best Mexican food truck I've ever had was in Arkadelphia, Arkansas.
Dude, food trucks are the best.
Yeah,
That's what we were talking about yesterday. I was like, the best hamburger I've ever had was in Mountain Home out of a truck at the place where
Out
they
of
make
nowhere.
bass boats.
Bass.
Yeah, like Ranger boats.
Gonna accidentally end up with some fish on your burger,
Oh,
bro.
yeah, well, they've had it there for the workers, and somebody told us, go find this burger truck, and you go to their Facebook and they say, oh my God, it's the best fucking thing I've ever eaten.
Yeah, what was the name of
Like,
it?
I don't know. But I have it. I have a photo of it. So when I go there, I find that photo and I'm just like, all right, cool. And then I just go to their Facebook page.
This man can't remember the name of his own song titles. So.
Which one is that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, I think when I was jamming with you guys in my Insta War, I think Todd especially had nicknames for all the songs.
Well, yeah, because when you write, that's the problem,
Yeah.
dude. When you write, you give them these weird titles because you don't know
Right.
what they're going to be about.
Right.
You probably have the same thing. Y'all probably have like working title, then there's song titles.
Oh, dude, there's the first song that we normally play. I don't think we've ever given it a permanent title.
Right.
Like,
So
it's
it's like I'm just gonna have this working title in my brain forever.
Right.
And plus, we did that thing. We've been around too long, but we
Yeah.
were around when like long band names were cool and long song titles. Your song title was a fucking sentence.
Right, yeah. Oh, we have one like that now. It's called She's a Mac, I'm a PC.
See?
It's on our first EP, and
Yeah.
I'm never going to say that on stage. Like,
Oh, the times, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, the times.
well, and we never really fell off of that like 2008 like emo stage.
Right.
Like that's still our
Still doing this thing.
music, and
Yeah.
like, and I'm like, but I'm not doing the long song title thing anymore, man. Like, it's too much.
Well, just saying My Hands to War is like, it's such a mouthful of a band name.
Yeah. I remember I used to tell people like that name, and they were like, what?
Yeah, like, is it really that hard to hear what I'm saying? My Hands to War, and then they go, Hands to War?
They used to say Mayans to war.
Mayans?
Like, yeah.
I get that all. And then you switch to MHTW, and then they go, "Oh, what's that stand for?" And you're like, "God damn it!" So it's an even longer
Just don't
conversation.
ask.
Yeah. Can we change the band name,
stands for
please?
We're
It's
Playing
a
Vino's
yeah. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
It stands for
What an
it stands
acronym.
for follow me on Instagram.
That's the new hashtag, MHTW. Like, every time that you, like, it's for follow me on Instagram, MHTW.
MHTW.
Just do it.
Yeah. We're changing the game.
Yeah. That's awesome. Justin actually gave me this shirt, actually. This Attack shirt. I
Hell
just thought
yeah.
about that. Yeah.
That actually is a sick shirt.
I was like,
Is that back from their fucking
I think
crabcore days?
Yeah, I think so. I remember I went over to his house for some reason. I don't know.
So this must have been a long time ago.
Yeah, he was still in Perryville.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah. Yeah, I still have like all my high school clothes.
What the fuck? You're probably still the same size though.
No, I think I got a little bit thicker, but I think I just always wore baggy clothes.
Oh,
too.
fair.
Yeah. Or he was way bigger than me though. Like,
Oh, Justin?
yeah, and
Well,
I've grown
he's
into
fucking
this shirt.
6'4".
I've grown into this shirt, so this makes sense. I can't remember why I was over there. No, I was gonna go somewhere with some friends, and this is gonna sound so weird, but it shouldn't be. It was cool.
It was cool.
Yeah.
It's just lame, is what you're gonna say.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was, but like I missed my ride home or something like that. And he like he saw that I was standing outside, and like he knew who I was, and he was like, "Yo, you need a ride?" And then I was like, "Yeah." It was cool.
Well, Perryville's not that big of a place.
Yeah, it's not.
It's really like one road,
Yeah.
and then that road Justin lives down.
yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
It's like there's the main strip, and then there's like where a couple people live off the main strip.
Right. Yeah, and he was like, "I gotta run by my house first. Is that cool?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's fine." And I was probably a senior in high school, but I didn't have a car or anything.
Oh, and he just gave you that shirt.
Yeah. And he was like, he stopped by the house, and he had some clothes laying on his bed or something like
Wait,
that.
dude, that guy has more fucking clothes.
Yeah, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm getting rid of some of these clothes," and he goes, "You want an Attack shirt?" And he just threw it at me, and I was like, "Sure." Yeah.
Good old Justin. I guarantee you right now, if you go to his car, there's at least 2 fucking t-shirts in his car. That dude has
Oh,
more
dude.
t-shirts than anybody I've ever met in my whole life.
Yeah, man,
I've seen him give away so many, and he still has so many. And really, he should have kept them all, because turns out T-shirts are worth money now.
That's some game, man.
That shit, no, dude, it's crazy.
T-shirts and shoes.
Oh, I watched a fucking video. A guy paid $18,000 for a pair of fucking shoes. Those Nike shoes that were supposed to be like from Back to the Future, and then he put them on and wore them out, and he was crying.
That's fucking insane.
I was like, damn! I didn't realize that it was that crazy of it. 18 grand?
Yeah.
No.
Well, there was like a more expensive version too.
Well, those were the real ones.
Yeah,
they actually
the real
fucking
ones.
auto-laced.
And then there was they made like the mass-produced ones.
The mass...
For like 500 or something.
And yeah, well, that's the one he bought for 18 grand. Were the mass-produced ones.
Jesus Christ.
They didn't auto-lace. They were just the standard lace-ups. Well, remember they made the ones, and then everyone was like, these aren't auto-lace. You fucking stink.
Yeah.
And then they made the real auto-lace ones, but they only made like 100 of them or some shit.
Yeah.
It was a lot less than that. Those were
Was
like,
it?
very expensive.
I can't imagine
remember
having that on my feet.
I know it's a controversial person to talk about now, but I remember like Kanye made like he did one deal, like one shoe with Nike as opposed to Adidas.
Oh, okay.
And like apparently his Nike Yeezys are like worth
I can't even imagine.
ungodly
Yeah.
amount of money.
I mean, dude, just buying a pair of his fucking shoes was insane. I've never spent more than like $150.
oh, I've never.
Well, it was
150 is
like
more for me.
it was like a pair of like work boots. So like I need them to last. So like it's like
yeah, anything you
they're
can do
shoe
with
boots,
boots,
you know,
yeah.
like they're boots, but they're shoes, so they're a little more
Seen
comfortable.
The, red Astro Boy boots that have been
Yes, oh my fucking god,
Apparently they're
so
impossible
damn
to take
dumb. Good, they should be, because you bought that dumb shit. They're suction cups. It's like taking off a fucking glove after you do the dishes, you know.
Astro
fucking,
Boy boots.
Yeah.
What are
Astro
they?
Boy,
Astro Boy is
you know the.
red boots they wear.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They're like Mega Man, same kind
Yeah.
of look. His feet.
Mischief made a limited
So-
run of those boots.
They have these rubber giant, knee-high fucking video Game Boy boots, and
They retail $300.
they're solid rubber, and now people can't get them off their feet, and ha ha ha, LOL to you, sir. That's what you get. You deserve to have those stuck to your fucking feet. It's no, they don't, Kurt. No, I saw Lil Wayne in a pair of them, and I was like, "You're a fucking hyper dork. This is ridiculous, man." They're cartoonish as fuck.
I gotta get some.
Dude.
Well, now they're gonna be worth like a fucking $1,000.
They're like $1,700.
See, fuck that.
This is so funny because
$300 shoes turn into $1,700 shoes.
Josiah, my co-host on my podcast,
Is he gonna buy the?
he works in a restaurant, and you know, every time you work in a restaurant, I'll put it this way, it's a Christian restaurant. Do the math.
A Christian restaurant.
Yeah, do the math. Pretty popular one. Do the math.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I gotcha. Yeah.
And he has a catalog of like uniform. Yeah, there you go. He does
Express.
he has a catalog of shoes that he can have, and his goal, like when choosing out his uniform materials, was I want to look as fucking ridiculous as possible.
Mix match all the shit
Oh,
till
dude.
it looks the most ridiculous. But it's
the boots
approved.
you guys are talking about, yeah. Oh, it has to be. It's the catalog you handed me.
Right.
And the fucking shoes, normally they're like little slip-on, non-slip shoes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fucking Astro
All
Boy
black.
boots, bro.
The Astro Boy
Yeah,
boots.
like so he walks in and like you can choose a cap or like a headband or something. Well, there's a do-rag pretty much looking thing or a
So he
bandana.
just wants to look insane.
Yeah. Dude, and he manages the kitchen.
They're just like, you're gonna have to stay in the back today, though.
Yeah.
You're like, what? It's all approved. I don't know what you're talking
Well,
about.
that's why he does it, because he
Yeah.
never wants to come up. Like he never wants
Never
to
want to
come
go
up
out
front.
front.
Yeah.
Could you imagine wanting to go out front?
Hey,
No.
you go out front. Never mind.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like Pizza Hut used to have the open kitchen when I worked there. Everything was open; you could see in it.
Oh.
The very next one they built, they took all that away. It's like no one wants to look up front, dude.
Well, nobody.
No one wants to. Yeah,
Yeah.
no one wants to see that.
Well, dude, and the type of people that you need to work in a kitchen that I found out are usually like a lot of the time it's usually second chance employment. And
Waffle House, baby.
yeah, and
You see who's making your food?
right, yeah, and
best
absolutely,
at it.
yeah.
What do they call it? Southern hibachi. I love
Yeah,
that shit.
yeah. Well, the mental game that it takes to do that every day.
do that
though,
every day,
Like you
and
need
the
some people that have
hyperness of
been through some shit to do it.
I loved it.
I love it too.
I loved it. It was one of my favorite jobs ever still to this day. I mean, I'm probably romanticizing it, but it really was like, and this is before it went all crazy.
Just chilling out with your homies.
You literally just chilling, dude.
Yeah.
We would do drugs and drink
That's
beer.
what I'm talking about, man.
Like, we'd be outside smoking a fucking joint, go back in and be like, all right, dude, let's make some fucking pizza, bro. And it's the best. That's probably why I want to be in pizza, but no place is like, there's not really a job like that anymore. Like those things don't, you have to create that for yourself. Dude. But I'm not going to start a pizzeria, that's for sure.
Right.
Maybe. Cowabungas.
Cowabungas?
Do a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle restaurant.
I had a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shirt I almost wore for this because you brought that soundtrack that you bought or whatever.
Yeah.
The vinyl one.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That guy made a mistake.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And he knew it.
Like, I knew as soon as you started telling that story, I was like, well, he fucked up.
He looked at me, he goes, where'd you get that? And I was like, right here. And he
out
goes,
of your bins.
Yeah, out of your bins. Thank you, sir. I still got it.
Damn.
Now my goal is to make like a vinyl wall.
Ooh.
Yeah, I want a whole wall of records in my house.
There's no way I'm getting away with that in my house.
You live in a camper?
No. We live in an apartment, but
an apartment.
Yeah. It's like there's
in Missouri.
Yeah, like, you know, my girl's a decorator.
So you can't just be in there like, check out my new.
Well, first of all, most of the time
this new Bob Dylan record.
Most of the time I don't want to. Most of the time I don't want to.
To be fair, vinyls do smell like prehistoric times. Like they put a stink in your home.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in the. We went to antique malls yesterday, and you just walk in and you're just like, you get that, it just hits you like, It's the stench of fucking death. Decay. That's what decay smells like as an antique store.
And then this cat walks outside and greets us.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And it was chill as fuck too.
I want to come here every
Yeah.
But
we found some dope shit.
Dude, actually. I don't have many vinyls though. Like I have like when my grandpa.
Are you one of these like getting the new shit, or are you just collecting old shit?
Well, like the ones I have are extremely old. Like
have you looked them up on eBay?
No, I haven't. I'm terrible, man.
Bro.
I'm the worst shopper. I'm the worst.
I didn't used to do that. Turns out there is some serious money to be had from those.
Really?
Yes.
Anytime I get on eBay, I'm like doing stupid
I just
shit.
look for shit I'll never own, dude.
Like I bought a bow off of eBay.
A boat?
A bow.
Oh, a bow.
Like a bow and arrow.
Yeah.
And like just to see if I could do it. Turns out I can, but like I had to do it because my sister's like a state champion in archery.
Now you have a bow and arrow you're not going to use?
Yeah, I can't use that in an apartment.
Right.
So, yeah.
I mean, you can. You're just going to get in trouble.
Yeah, I would.
Put the target up at the washer dryer. Yeah. Stand back in the living room. If it's one of those like kitchenette living room combos. And, you know, they got blunt tips, bro.
Yeah. Honey, why is there a hole in the washer?
Why can't I see the neighbor doing laundry also?
It's not going to happen. I like to keep my life.
Do y'all live in a city or out in kind of the middle of nowhere?
It's kind of the middle of nowhere.
Middle of nowhere?
Yeah. It's pretty cool, man. I do like in education, stereotype is true. You don't make a lot of money. Mm-hmm. Maybe in Little Rock you can, like if you get like a central,
you got to be there for a while.
Yeah. But like I got my master's in business, and I was like, it basically taught me that I don't want to do that.
Business, yeah.
So I'll just teach it to other
people. Sucks you had to spend 30 grand to figure that out.
Yeah, and I was like, maybe I'll just teach people, and like I do a little bit of teaching, a little bit of like facilitating and things like that, and that doesn't pay a whole lot, so I pick up like little jobs like I did with your dad and stuff like that. Yeah. Well, I mean, like the actual landscaping aspect of it, but like things like that. Just pick up work wherever I can, and man, I'll go anywhere. Like I'll go to Terrell. Like the reason why I know about Terrell, Texas, is because there was
went there to do some work.
Do some work there. And,
damn.
Yeah.
So like in the summertime, I guess. Is that what you're talking about?
Summer, like anytime I can just like manage classrooms from a distance as well. Like anytime like that.
Okay.
Just picking up odd jobs like that, and like Northwest Arkansas I'll go to. I'll come to Little Rock as well.
Well, there's got to be a shitload of work in Northwest Arkansas.
Dude, that place I have to drive through it a lot, and that place
they just don't stop building.
Yeah. Well, Bentonville, like Mr. Walmart's buying everything up.
Dude.
Like it's
putting
insane.
all the money in that shit.
Like, I mean, like I'm like, is there gonna be a community there, or is it just gonna be fucking Walmart? Like,
well, it's gonna be like a city of Walmart. Yeah.
Yeah, and Walmart employees basically.
Yeah. And yeah, because they made them all move there. It's weird.
Yeah, and when I got my master's in business, actually, I was like, that's like the only thing that would be
good for. Yeah.
And I was like, and I don't want to do it. Yeah. So, yeah, it taught me exactly what I don't want to do.
That's what a lot of people, dude. You get into something, you think that's why most people don't use their college degrees, because it's like, oh man, actually, this is fucking lame.
Right.
Like, it seems glossy on the outside, but the inside it's filled with poop.
And apparently, I'm a sucker for it because I've also I'm starting the application process for my PhD in philosophy and theology as well. And I say that, and people listening, I'm not like a fucking idiot. Like I'm not one of those.
PhD, that's a good one.
Yeah, I'm not a fucking idiot.
How long of a process is that?
60 credit hours. They say 3 years.
That's not bad.
No, that's not bad at all. Man, I'm a sucker for it. I'm a sucker
part time or full time? I don't know.
That'd be probably full time. Doing it in 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah, and basically, I just want to teach, man. I want to, And the reason why I chose philosophy and theology is because obviously theology is something I'm interested. I'm not one of those hypocritical, judgmental assholes.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you get does that make you like a professor or something?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, technically I am now, but I don't like to call it that.
Professor Davis, can you?
When I teach marketing classes, I'm 100% I know one of you could easily teach this way better than I could.
Sure.
But because you're 18 to 22 or sometimes a little bit older, but I'm
been on Instagram since you were 3.
Yeah. But I'm going to talk about it, and then you guys tell me back what's happening. Yeah.
And you're over there yeah. Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah.
I have this band name, Mismanage. You want to run their
account?
account?
fucking spouting shit back to your next class. I got one at 3 p.m. What'd you say again, Sarah? Okay.
But it's strange. Most of the professors are in their 50s. And, and then I'm over here 30 years old.
It's weird to see a young teacher.
Yeah, and they just most of the professors, I think, kind of other professors are just who the fuck is this kid?
Right.
And the students, it's kind of cool. The students naturally
they think you're a student.
Well, sometimes, yeah. And naturally, if I walk in with a hat, they normally do. Yeah. But they just kind of naturally gravitate towards me. And I ended up with the most classes to facilitate or teach at the school. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, man, it's an enjoyment. It's rewarding. It's
sure.
But they think it's kind of cool that since it is a Christian college, that I'll be real with them about certain subjects about faith. And
you're a metal vocalist, man.
Yeah.
Or is that lame? That's actually pretty
depends
stupid.
on who you ask. Put it this way: being a metal vocalist never got me any girls, any girls in high school or anything
that
like that.
That stopped in the 80s, bro. Maybe the 90s, mid 90s,
right?
But it definitely had a stopping point, and you had to be in Corn. You couldn't just be some random ass dude at the bar.
Yeah, they don't think it's cool that I fight or anything like that either. They're
I don't even understand it.
Yeah, they don't think MMA is cool. They don't think that grappling is cool. Anything like that.
Fighting.
What?
It's fighting. It's violence.
Yeah.
Screaming is kind of violent.
Yeah.
Well, at least you're calm most of the time.
Most of the time, yeah, man. Oh, dude, the fighting and the screaming's where I get it out.
I was gonna say, it's starting to pick up a pattern here. Calm. You're that guy that fucking snaps in the mailroom. Fucking. Dude, starts laying people out.
Man, yeah. Man, I do not know where I'd be without all the
ventilators.
Yeah,
something to get it out.
Yeah,
that's music for me too, man.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's so strange to think that Mismanage was my first band, and I'm still fucking doing it. Yeah,
that part's crazy.
Yeah,
that it's your first band, and it's clearly it's seen different versions because you went from a Chevelle-esque 3-piece to what it is today.
Yeah, man.
And a handful of member changes.
Oh, dude. Technically, I think I'm the only original member left.
Really?
Technically. Yeah. And the drummer, Justin, his name's also Justin. Justin McCrory. He's been in it with me, shortly after, the guy he replaced.
The change up.
Yeah, and he's gone from lead guitar to drums just because that's his first love.
I feel like that makes him an original member though, because there's these arguments of to me it's if they played all the live shows, then they're original.
He's played over 98% of them.
I'd say that's an original.
Yeah, he's an original member for sure.
Because there's like those weird couple first 2 years where you're trying to figure everything out.
Yeah. Those are the people he replaced.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like, well, this clearly isn't working. Let's get this guy in here, maybe.
Right.
And then it works. And it's like, okay, well, now you're a band.
Right. Yeah. And the moment that my brother that left, because he had a baby, he was the drummer. That motherfucker could play drums too, man. I wish he would do something. But like, he had a baby and he was just like, I'm going to be a dad.
That's the beautiful thing about nowadays, man.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah, I know.
How many fucking times you scroll through and see a guy on a drum set?
Yeah.
My shit's all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. That's what I'm into.
Yeah.
So
algorithm.
But like, that shit is very good. Because like every other video is somebody doing some shit I cannot do.
Right.
And I'm like,
yeah.
why are they like 8 years old?
Yeah, dude. That's embarrassing.
I just live in embarrassment at this point.
Me too.
I'm over here like I've been doing this for 23 years and I could not even fathom playing that shit.
Yeah, dude. I'm coming up on 15 and I'm just like, fuck, man. These guys just get like, I'll watch Tiny Town's videos.
They have more to intake though. They have more to intake at a younger age. I didn't have that shit. You know what I had? A book.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
it.
Like Guitar World or magazine
and maybe
or whatever.
You had a friend that was good, but then again,
and a collection of tabs in a magazine.
Yeah. But even then, you might only be like, he's only coming over to your house here and there.
Right. Yeah.
It's not like you're spending every day together.
Right.
And so it's just like it just takes longer to build it up, and then by the time you're kind of like in the thing, you're writing, you're blah blah blah. It's like for myself, the way it worked out, once I started writing music, I quit learning music.
Right. Yeah.
I only learned music for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Which is probably detrimental, to be honest, because it put me off of wanting to learn anybody else's stuff, which is how you build your chops and your characteristics.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the way that
I kind of just had to find it all out for myself.
Yeah, I mean, I started learning music like it wasn't just like a hobby to me. Like I wanted to. Modelo's at 11 in the morning, bro.
Dude, it's fucking. I've been burping too,
I'm burping. But like, whenever I started learning music, obviously, like most guitarists, I learned on a acoustic guitar. Like it was my dad's acoustic guitar, and I started picking up. He taught me my first song, "About a Girl" by Nirvana, E minor G, E minor G.
It's always Nirvana.
Yeah, dude.
It's simple stuff.
Yeah, and I mean they're still in my top 5 favorite bands.
My go-to for somebody is Metallica's One, that opening, because it's just you don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
It's like, do that. Hey, there you go. You can play a Metallica song. How about that?
And nowadays, I would teach them and do it on time.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
So we had to make that damn MHCW record.
Yeah.
And everything's, we did it all by the book.
Right.
I don't play to no click track. So all these songs and all this time spent running through and getting these tempos in my head and then having to do it to a click track. Oh my God. And I had to do it all in a day and a half.
Man.
12 songs, just
a day and a half.
To learn them to
a
click
rough day and a half.
in real time. Yeah, dude.
I was like, and all you hear for the next 2 days is
I actually got it now. I have the watch now, and so like there's an app on there on your wristwatch, and you can just put your headphones in and just go.
Oh wow!
And it can
probably
and
need
it can,
that.
and it can tap you.
Yeah,
it's like you can get the rhythm in your fucking wrist.
Yeah,
which is dope. I like it.
Dude, that's what I'll say about the crew I have in Mismanage now. I'm probably the least talented out of all of them, and they're some fucking beasts, man. Like,
well, little Zachary, like you were saying, that dude's just in everything, doing everything.
He's single-handedly restructured us completely.
Yeah,
he's like, these old motherfuckers, dude.
like you're over here doing this old shit. This is not how we do it anymore. Good luck. Yeah.
Oh, I'm very fortunate that he came. I think he came to us, and then if I remember correctly, I could be wrong, but I think he came to us and was just like, "Yo, y'all need a bass player," and then we were like, "Yeah," because that was my oldest brother. Like he replaced my oldest brother.
Oh, okay.
And then
oh, that's right.
Yeah, and my oldest brother's last show was Attila and Escape the Fate, and he moved away to Tennessee after that, and he has a family now.
Well, where in? Like Knoxville?
Like I think Chattanooga area. Yeah, area. Like I think he lives in a different town, but
making moonshine, it's fine living.
Man, I know he lives in the country.
He lives in Chattanooga.
But like his his girlfriend's family is out there. So
you never go full moonshine, Ricky Bobby.
And Zach replaced him and did a damn good job of it, man. Like, and then Aaron Potter can fucking sing his ass off, man. Like,
yeah, he was like, oh, check this out, man. I'm singing now.
Yeah.
And I was like, what are you talking about? He's singing now. And then he did it. I was like, oh, you all right, dude? I see you.
Dude, whenever he auditioned for us, Billy was telling me about him, and I was a little skeptical. I'm always a little skeptical at first.
Getting skeptical.
Like, Mismanage has been my baby for 15 years now, man.
Your
like,
whole life. That's fucking crazy.
Over
man.
half
I didn't
my
know
life.
That was your whole band.
Yeah.
You've just been in that band. That's wild.
Pretty much, man. And I had some here and there, like my hands to
like
war,
drifting and like playing other things, doing other instruments, but like your main. I mean, like your main band
thing has been,
because I've been in like 5 main acts. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about, dude. But I looked up Aaron whenever Billy told me about him, and I found this video of him singing like a Daughtry song it was like a America's Got Talent on a small scale, I guess. Like in Conway or something.
One of these state fair competitions.
But dude, he, in my opinion, did it better than Daughtry, and I was like, can he play guitar? And then Billy was like, oh, he can fucking play.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, let's bring him in. And then we covered. We had practice, and he had already learned everything. I mean, it's not hard shit. So
sure.
Like he already learned everything, and then him and he picked up his guitar, like an acoustic, and was just jamming around on it, and he started playing "Woe Is Me, Fame Over Demise." Yeah. And him and I duetted on it, and I was like, "That's it.
That's the one.
That's it." Yeah. I was like, "I want it."
It's funny. That's good. I like that. I've actually started going away from singing and drumming.
Yeah, I mean, dude, with having Zach and Aaron in it, it's hard for me to even do any clean singing anymore.
Right.
I'm like,
well, why would you?
Yeah, I was like, they're way better than me.
Yeah,
So-
well, I've just moved away from it just because I wanted to be a drummer more.
Yeah.
There's only one part in the whole record. Justin has all of it.
Yeah. Yeah. That motherfucker can sing too, man.
Here, you do it. He just belts it out.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun with that one, dude. There was one where we did like, because you want to get creative and do something new, and like the opening song, whenever it gets released, finally, it's like the microphone is like 40 feet away in this giant room,
right?
And he's just screaming at the top of his lungs, and it's pretty cool. Like the way it turned out is pretty neat.
Damn.
Because it sounds distant as fuck, but with all the modern technology, it's like very in your face,
right?
But it still sounds like he's 100 miles away, so it's really cool.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Is he doing? I could just ask him, but is he? Is he doing Danny's new project?
I think so.
Yeah, I followed them on some social media. I don't even know what it was,
Instagram or something.
Like I saw a video of that band, and I saw Justin in the like setting up a drum set or something.
Yeah, probably.
And, I'm like, all right, like, and it looks. From what video I saw of Danny singing, it sounds pretty good.
What's Danny?
Well, yeah,
he went to school for that.
Yeah, right. 100% classically trained.
He's like,
dude. I remember when we were in Outlier, and
that dude can sing unbelievable.
Well, and like he was in school when Outlier started, like really playing shows, and like the few that we played. But
right.
For those of you that don't know, Outlier was basically like old school electronica, My Hands to War.
Yep.
And Danny came up on stage and did Easy Does It, and then like I could just hit when it cut through my monitor. I was like, holy fuck!
Oh yeah, it's like crystal clear. I don't know why he doesn't do like more of a frontman thing.
Yeah, and his energy on stage was just wild. Yep. Like having him and Todd up there, I was like, one of you are about to die.
Yeah. Oh no, it's great.
Yeah.
It's great. He should do more. He should be the front man of at least 2 projects for sure.
Oh man, dude. Yeah, some of these old school guys that have been in the scene for a long time, like I really feel like the scene is kind of missing out on it. To be honest,
some of the older people.
Like I say older, but what is Danny, like 33 maybe?
I don't even actually know. I honestly don't know, but somewhere in there.
Yeah,
he's in his 30s, but
Todd's age. Yeah,
I would assume they're all kind of the same. Him, Justin, and Todd are all kind of the same age range.
Yeah, and like, I mean, I just feel like there's a energy there that is like, obviously, like Tiny Towns is fucking it up.
Oh, dude, have you seen Zashed yet?
No, I haven't. I've heard you talk about them a lot,
dude. But I'm telling you,
I would love to play a show
They
with
are
them.
monsters.
I would love to play a show with
They're
them.
monsters. They're gonna anything they want. If they keep it up, they can have it. They're fucking incredible.
I've seen a video of them. I think they were playing at the Eyes Up House or something like that.
They have chariot level energy.
Yeah, that's what it reminded me of. That's
bonkers.
exactly what I was about to say.
It's
like,
once they figure it all out, they're still young as shit.
Yeah.
And they are already out the gate just killing it. Once they figure out all the nuance bits, it's fucking game over.
That was, in fact, that video I'm talking about. I saw them playing, and I was like, I was not there when I was their age.
Nope.
And I was like, what the fuck even am I doing?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, they have and they're all doing it, dude. You got to come back to see them. You've been gone a while. You got to come back here now because it is a very different story.
Right, man. Like,
it's unreal.
I wanted to come see Banging in the Rock. I wanted to come see the Shinfo Toy Drive show.
That was fun.
Dude, it looked fun.
That was fun.
I like, it's so weird me just being absent from the internet, really. Like, it's like, A, it's a mental health thing, but B, like I'm just busy all the time. Like, and
life, man.
like, I want to like see some of these new bands. I haven't seen Tiny Towns yet either, and
they're another one that's just like, dude, not an ounce of distortion. They'll have a full-fledged mosh pit. I mean, it's just
like,
it's wild.
Yeah, and I want to
so cool.
I want to see Census new stuff too, like
bangers, and and this is all people that are in their early 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Zash, I think, has a 17-year-old.
That's
I think
crazy.
their drummer's like 17. It is fucking nuts, dude.
That is insane, man.
And I'm telling you, they are rock stars.
Yeah,
For real.
yeah. One band that I have been able to see. Well, fortunately, we're homies with them, so I've been able to play a show with him. Was Levels, and man, that their new vocalist. He's not really. I don't know if you can call him new anymore, but
I mean,
yeah.
No, I guess not.
But I mean,
he's
Dalton,
been their vocalist for quite some time now.
Dalton lives like close, like somewhat close to where I live.
That's where we did drums at.
Oh, dude, damn! I wish I knew you
I
were
didn't
coming
know
up there.
you lived there. I would have fucking said, "Hey, come down."
Yeah. I knew that Dalton did it, but I thought maybe he came down here and like produced it.
No. We were the first thing in his studio. So
It's
where
fucking
he's
wild,
putting
man.
out all his content from.
Yeah.
With his drums and stuff. That's
Yeah.
where we did it at. And ours was the first one he did. And dude, I'm telling you, the drums.
Yeah.
I'll show you some before you leave.
Oh, that's crazy.
It's dumb.
Yeah, he did our first EP.
He's a beast.
He's like, since our first EP, he's gotten way better.
Oh, yeah,
like it's crazy.
Dude, we literally like it. We sat down, we tuned it up. He's like, well, like me and him went back and forth like this, that. Let's get some tones, set up some microphones, whatever. Boom,
Right.
boom, boom. He plays it back, literally. Good. I'm like, let's
This
go.
is
It literally took that long.
Right. But I mean, even in the short time, I say short time, but they've been around, I guess, since 2016, 2017.
They've been around a hot fucking minute.
Levels is just fucking unbelievable, man. Like,
We played with them at the Silent Planet show.
that's right. Yeah. That show looked sick too.
It was fucking unbelievable.
Dude, I saw them whenever MF Metal was open.
It might have been the best Minus the War show ever.
Oh, man. I hate that I missed
Like,
it.
actually.
Like, it looked crazy.
Like, I mean that legitimately. It might have been the best one ever. And we've had some fucking bangers.
Yeah.
That one was unhinged.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I will stand by this. The top two shows I've ever played was the Comeback My Hands to War show, playing bass.
That was ridiculous.
Dude, there was a point where I was like, where am
real?
I?
Yeah, is this
like,
real? Yeah.
Like, how did this happen? And well, I mean, and the circumstances around it were kind of crazy, but
I think that's more what it was.
Yeah.
Our minds were so scrambled because we had worked on that for months.
right.
In secret, like trying to
Yeah.
make everything work. And then that horrific shit happens. And,
Yeah.
and you're just in shock. I mean, we were literally just like, okay, well, we still have to do the thing. Like,
Well,
it
and it was crazy because like,
was just by the beat in that moment.
like I was riding with Todd, like, don't have to get too much into the horrific shit, positive vibes, but I was riding with Todd like the day that we all found out,
yeah.
and then like that was my first like my grandpa passed away, but like somebody my age, like that was my first experience with
somebody in this age group.
yeah, and like Todd was like, I remember he was like, dude, are you good? I'm like, I'm kind of like just a little bit
It's weird.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's just like a haze, really.
Yeah, and I don't think that I don't think I dealt with it well at all. But the show though, man, that's probably my top show ever.
It was insane.
It was wild.
I still have a picture that I took from the drum kit that night that I go back and look at. And it's like, what kind of stinks though about it is like this, it is kind of sad. Like the photo is sad. You're like, damn.
Well, and like, I think everything that, I mean,
we worked so hard for that fucking thing, man.
I know. And you guys worked a lot harder than I did, but
well, I'm saying we were as a whole though, like we put in the practice and did all the stuff and fuck, man, we made that EP in my damn kitchen. Like we did all that stuff just to come out and have the one show.
Right, man. And I think if it's the picture that I'm thinking about, like I could see it in my face, like me knowing myself, like I could see it in my face. I was like, that was probably the best show I've ever played, but like I think I was probably dead.
I disassociated.
I left everything out on that stage, and I fucked up a lot of notes, but like
I think we all did. That was probably one of my not best performances for sure.
Like, yeah, the people can go back and listen to the song, but
bawling, like just literally just fucking just crying uncontrolled, looking up, and everyone's got fucking tears in their eyes. Like, what a night, dude.
It was crazy, man. But like, what was that song that like when it was the first song we opened with Autopilot, I think. Like, Autopilot. We were playing it so fast.
No. Are you ready for this? So if you remember in the practice room, we had it was like an hour and 10 minutes ish, right? We kept running it. Right around an hour, 5 hours in each time. Yeah. I have the whole show on a GoPro footage at my house. Yeah. We didn't do speeches in the practice room because we weren't planning on our guitar player being dead. Right. And with those speeches and all the songs, it's 59 minutes.
Holy shit.
From start to finish. And that's with start, wait around for a minute. And so the actual playing time, dude, we were flying through that shit. It's like we just wanted it to get it over with.
Like, it was like we were flooring that shit. Like,
dude, I couldn't pedal all the way down, dude.
Dude, the next day, like people were asking me, like my family that like they're not into metal, so they didn't really go, but they knew the circumstance, so they were like checking in on me, and like they were like, "How'd it go?" And I was like, I remember bits and pieces. Yeah, like I
still don't remember a lot of it.
I remember the after party, like when we like we were drinking in the restaurant of what was the Rev Room at one point, and then but like I don't remember who was in the crowd. I think one of my friends at the time, Samantha, was like up front. Yeah. And then like I remember her being there, and then this dude named Devin that was in he was in a Dear Karma, which was a metal band back in the day. Yeah.
I remember that one.
Yeah, they opened up for their big show was they opened up for holy shit, I'm blanking on the name.
That's all right.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, they had a good run. Okay. But and he was there, and I hadn't seen him in like 5 years at the time, and like that's all I remember.
I just remember.
I remember the speeches.
I remember sitting up there and setting everything up, and then I remember the start didn't go so well. Dude, we spent all those hours setting all that equipment up, and then the fucking thing, the projector froze or whatever. Yeah. Oh my God, and we had to restart it. And we were down there just like in the huddle, like, come on, man, don't fuck up.
And then it worked.
And then it finally worked. Just like, thank God.
Yeah. Well, and probably a good thing that happened because we were fucking flooring it.
Yeah, I remember that. And then the next thing I remember really is the speeches. And then I remember, because You Don't Deserve This, like, it's like this weird thing. You go back and read the lyrics of that song now, it's almost like a foreshadowing. Yeah. Like, and we didn't write it about that. Yeah. You know, but it's like crazy. Like, I can't just, and then I remember that. And then, I remember sitting at the bar with my mom, just drinking a beer. Like, I'm so fucking glad this is over with.
Right. Like, man. It was crazy.
It was one of the most insane times in my life, for sure.
I think, in me, this might say how young I actually am. Like, for me, it was probably, like, again, probably the most, like, I've had a couple of devastating things happen to me aside from that, but my grandpa probably passing away because he was like my hero. Was probably number one.
Just from old age, or
no? Suicide? He was in Vietnam, Agent Orange. Yeah,
damn,
took a hold. At a later age. And then and it was unexpected completely. But then when Dustin going away was.
Well, that one's tough too because he decided it.
Yeah, and then
it's tough.
Well, and especially him deciding it.
Yeah.
Still to this day, have never been faced with it again.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
that's a tough one.
Very fortunate, I would say. Not that day, but
dude, that day
on.
was wild, bro.
Dude, and
but that practice was great though. That's what's weird about it. Those times when you just need that vent, and the practices tend to be better when bad shit happens.
Right, man.
It's weird how that works.
Well, I don't think we practiced again.
Yeah, we did.
Did we?
Yeah, we did.
Is that when we went to the warehouse?
Huh? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was the night before.
Okay, yeah.
So that was the night before, and then we were meeting up that day to practice, and we practiced a little bit, but we hung out that night. So we played some songs, and we were just like, all right, and that was great. But we didn't play like the whole set or anything. It was like brush ups.
Right.
We didn't work on this, and then I remember we were just all out there chilling for hours out on the front porch.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I think we did one more like little brush up, tune up thing.
Right.
Because the show was 4 days later.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
Dude, that was what a crazy fucking 4 days.
like just a blur, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm glad I have all the photos from it because I genuinely don't remember much.
That was 5 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something like that.
What a crazy fucking 5 years.
I mean, it's a lot of life happened in 5 years, dude.
Dude, that's insane. But
I think I got these wicked crow's feet.
Why do you think I buzzed my head?
Losing it all.
Yeah.
Damn you, Dustin.
But man, and then we weren't even sure we were gonna do it again. I remember that.
No,
too.
we weren't. Yeah, we were like, I don't know what this looks like at all. But I think what was it, like 2 weeks? We took like a 2 week hiatus.
Becoming Saints was like Becoming Saints reached out to one of us. I think it might have been you.
I think it was me.
Yeah, probably Jeff.
Yeah, probably.
And then
Jeff or Drew.
Yeah, I remember when we played that show at Vino's, we stopped one of our random stops.
Yep.
And then I could hear Jeff's voice in the back going, "Y'all are really good."
Yeah. Oh, he texted me while we were playing. He goes, yeah, y'all should have. He's like, yeah, y'all should have played last.
Oh, they were fucking good, man.
They were. But, that's what you do when you're buddies. You're like, I don't want to follow this shit.
Yeah.
It's like there's been a handful of times over the last few years where there's just these stacked-ass bills where every band is a headliner.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what are we doing here?
Right, man.
And every band that comes up tells the next band, I want to fucking follow that, dude. But then they crush, and it's like, we're all crushing it.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Like we started the episode off with, I never want to follow one of Dylan from Lilac King's bands again.
See, but you will, and you'll do it. It's like one of those things where, it's just cool to. I actually don't mind it because it's like, all right, the show's doing good. Now you have some good, healthy competition.
Right, yeah. And
okay, you want to do that good? I'll show you, bitch.
Right.
I'll do it.
But we're cool. We're cool about it. We're cool about it. But that's one thing I did learn in getting my master's in business. Competition is not a bad thing.
As long as it's helpful.
Helpful
it's
and
just
healthy.
fucking healthy, and you're just up there, especially if you can shit around with each other.
Right. Yeah.
One up each other is a good thing.
Right.
When it's fun.
Right.
Dude,
we need to fucking play a show together.
It's been a
while.
Probably pre-hiatus.
Yeah, probably.
If I had to guess.
I think so. Yeah, I mean, Mismanage.
We gotta find a fucking place to practice first.
Well, not my. It doesn't have to be my Ends of War, bro. It could be or Shinfo. It could be
Lame
Crows.
Johnny, Shinfo,
Crows.
We got Crows.
Yeah. I'll do a Mismanaged Crow show. I know it's not the same genre, but
I like it. Shouldn't be.
Yeah,
it's my new favorite thing in the world, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
The mid-genre show is like my absolute favorite thing.
I would love to do that. That's
more
fun.
walks of life, more just everything. It's just more everything. You get different kinds of moods.
Yeah.
And just and plus, man, my ears get fatigued. I got tinnitus. I don't want to listen to metal all night.
Oh, do you?
Oh, yeah, bad. This ear at night.
That's like when it rings or
yes,
something. Yeah.
It will literally wake me up. It's so loud, I wake up from it. Yeah, it's bad.
Man, you're going to make me start wearing earplugs.
Yeah, no. Hey, go to Guitar Center, spend the $40, start fucking wearing earplugs.
Bro, my ears are fucked. I got cauliflower on that one.
You're starting to. Yeah, see it. It's getting all puffy.
This one would be.
A little bit.
Yeah, I had to have surgery on it.
Okay, they drain it.
Yeah, well, no.
Take the cartilage out.
Well, yeah, they did technically, but it was much more of a process.
Really?
Yeah, they had to cut it open, scrape it out. This is graphic.
Disgusting.
Sorry if your stomach is
No.
weak. Like they had to cut it open, scrape it out because it was already hardened up. And dude,
It's just calcium, right?
I don't know what it is.
It's just a buildup from trying to repair the damaged cartilage, right?
Yeah, and they had to cut it open, scrape it out. I had to get 7 stitches in it, and then after they were all said and done with it, I still have this little flap here that is still hardened up, and I was like, "You motherfuckers!"
Dude, I went through all that, and it's still a thing.
It's still fucked up.
I mean, look at those big dudes, but they don't get it fixed. Apparently, it's like a badge of honor.
Yeah, man, I thought about that. The reason why it hardened up was my own prideful, stupid fault.
Right.
Where I was like, I don't know, it's kind of cool. and then my family was like, please go get it taken care
You
of.
look like shit. We're not putting you in the Christmas card this year.
And I was like, oh fuck, I guess I'll do it. And I went to my doctor that she usually takes care of everything for me.
Hell yeah.
And and she does it cheap.
Nice.
And then I lucked out. And then
Missouri doctor, she's like, come over here.
And she was like,
pull out my toe knife.
But and then she looked at my ear and she was like, you're gonna have to go to a specialist.
Yeah.
And then I fucking had to go to Northwest Arkansas to get it taken care of. Yeah. And then
you really can't. It kind of just does
you
it
don't
affect
know
your
until
hearing?
I say it.
Does this one? Is it
This
affect
one
your
I
hearing?
think it has.
Really?
Yeah.
Like all the swelling?
Yeah. I didn't realize this until afterwards, but apparently some fucking science that I probably should have paid attention in 3rd grade for.
You know,
but
they always told me wear knee pads while you're working, and
nope.
here we are.
Yeah, and then they were apparently the shape of your ear affects how you hear.
Oh, you didn't know that? Oh, very much so.
I was like, damn, what 2 things that I do for hobbies?
Listen.
I fight people, get my ears fucked up, and
I
I
listen
also
to loud music.
listen and play loud ass music that I need to hear for.
Yeah.
So it didn't work out well. So
Yeah, I'm getting kind of worried about it. Especially this year.
Right.
The left one's pretty good, but this one is definitely damaged, probably permanently.
yeah, just from
It's just
headphones
lesser.
or monitors.
everything, dude.
And
I wear headphones 24/7.
oh yeah.
I have something going on, but it's not music, and I don't have it full volume. But even my phone is like, dude, you have to stop listening to stuff. It tells me all the time, you're just.
I'm getting to the point where I'm like, I'm gonna quit listening to everything, even people.
Yeah. It's like you've been exposed to too much volume for too long, and I'm like,
Fuck
that's
you.
not
What do you
gonna
know?
happen,
Your
yeah.
stupid phone.
every time I'm fucking working, it's too loud in the room. It'll give you a little notification if you turn your hearing sensitivity shit on, and it's just like, oh, you have too loud. And I'm like, I just started working. This is all day. I don't know what to tell you, phone.
Yeah, you're. We're in Fucktville.
That's
where we.
Yeah, I'm fucked, dude. Because dude, I'm in echoey concrete chambers. Doing tile and shit, banging up against shit with a hammer,
Bathrooms.
3 feet from my head. Yeah. I'm done.
Yeah. Do you have to travel a lot for that, or?
Not really. I mean,
Yeah.
there are opportunities to, and it's good money. But dude, when you're gone, and you have to be peak performance for that kind of, because it's all fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to be cranking that shit out.
Yeah, I know some housing developers in South Arkansas that might need some tile work, but I don't know how much you want to travel for.
That's the thing. It's just dude, at some point you have to, the money or the traveling. Do you want to be home and have a life, or do you just want to be gone?
Yeah.
I don't want to be gone.
I used to install windows around the country.
That shit'll get you, man.
Yeah, I mean, I was young. I was 18, and then
That's the perfect time for it, to be honest.
well, and then I found that's how I knew it wasn't for me. It's because I knew it was the perfect time for it, and even then I was like, nah,
I
man.
need my friends, man. I want to play music. I want to do shit.
Yeah,
now.
and that was it. That was it. I was so fucking.
But I mean, almost all of those jobs are 6-figure jobs, and if you do it 1 or 2 years young, especially if you can get right in at 18,
right?
Because by the time you're 22, you ain't got no fucking problems. Just save it all.
Yeah.
You're getting a per diem. Just lock that money away and just don't fuck with it, dude.
I think I got fucked over. I don't know if I got a per diem.
Oh yeah, you got fucked over. You got to get the per diem. If I go anywhere past an hour, it's gas money. Yeah.
The kid that didn't get a per diem, keep in mind, got a master's in business.
Oops. And is now a teacher.
Teaching other kids how not to get per diems.
I know, you don't need to worry about that. That just pays for your hotel and your food.
Yeah.
And the per diems, depending. But every job I've ever done that was like out of state like that, you come back and the paycheck is just like, damn, people making this every week.
Man, I've really had to learn,
and that's really small time. I can't imagine motherfuckers that are pulling in like $500,000, $1 million a year. Like every week, you're just looking at like $10,000, $15,000 paychecks and shit. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
It's mind blowing.
I've definitely had to learn that, like, I did not like that whole, like, do I want a life or do I want to make all the money in the world?
You gotta choose. You can't have both.
Yeah.
You can have both later.
Yeah.
If you want the money, you gotta do it young.
Yeah.
And then you can do some stuff, but then your body's all fucked up and, you're not gonna really be able to do all the things you wanted to, especially if it's like extreme.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like everything that I do.
So when did you start screaming then? Or were you...
Yeah, I was...
You went from like Chevelle screams and shit, so if y'all were doing...
Sometimes, like... Yeah, we were doing like... we would do some songs that would like have some screaming in it, like...
That typical like Edge style where it's like at the end of the song that when the chorus hits, it got that one last...
Yeah, we did an abridged version of like... a Bullet for My Valentine song back in the day. Yeah, it's so shitty.
Dorks.
Yeah. Super dorks, bro. Yeah. Like, and I remember we screamed in that, that's like when I was learning how to, and yeah.
That's the worst, right?
Yeah. And then, back when we got,
the worst thing about screaming is finding your limitations inside of that scream.
Yeah.
The scale at which you can do it.
But
you got a pretty good range.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and like it's a little bit higher than most, but but
there's some pretty sick lows too, though.
Yeah,
you don't do them as much, but
and it's because I have help. I mean, like I mean, technically, Mismanage has 4 vocalists. I mean, Billy can scream. He screams really low. Zach can sing. He's still working on his screams, but he could scream.
Right.
Like and Potter has some sick lows too, so I really don't have to like a whole.
Just keep the mids and uppers.
Yeah. And then I mean, we've always kind of had, most of the time we get compared to like old school of Mice and Men and stuff like that.
That's what I would say.
Yeah.
It's a fair comparison.
Yeah, and like I mean, when you think of their screamer, like he's always pretty
the upper
up there.
registers.
Yeah, so it makes sense. But anytime I want, like, we have like a breakdown, anytime we have a breakdown, like I just pull in one of the other guys and they do it. And a lot of the time, like the lower while I'm going super high. And man, I'm trying to remember, like, it's been so long. I think I started screaming probably 18 or 19. Like, so there was only like a 3-year period.
That's young. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, 3-year period that like,
when did Lame Johnny start?
Yeah, there was like a 3-year period where we were just doing like the Nirvana, Bush stuff and things like that. And then whenever I wanted to start screaming, it's kind of like when the fucking shit started falling apart. Like,
with the band.
Yeah, a little bit. Like,
difference of opinion falling apart, or
I mean,
she'll do it every time.
Well, in the songs that we were writing as a 3-piece, like I was like a pop punk kid. Like I was writing pop punk songs and stuff like that, and like my 2 older brothers, they hated it. Like, and they were like, we want to play Slipknot and stuff like that. And then they went to that show with me, the Annabelle My Hands to War show.
Oh, okay.
And they got into it too. I mean, because I was right up their alley. And like,
it was a fun show.
Dude,
I remember that show.
Wild.
It was fun.
It was wild. It was so good. But, and I mean, it influenced the whole band. So,
yeah. So it had to be somewhat special. Yeah. Every band was really putting on a good performance.
Yeah. And I mean, like,
I just remember having a lot of fun at that show.
Yeah.
The crowd was hype. It wasn't a lot of people, but it was like fun.
Yeah. And
silly.
I remember thinking, like, if we can get this many people at a local show, like I'd be happy.
Right.
Like, and it was probably like 50 people,
maybe. And half that was the bands.
Yeah. But kind of when you're a spectator, you don't realize it.
You don't.
Yeah. But when you're
50 people is just 50 people. You don't realize.
When you're in a band, that shit is hard.
It's a little different. You're like, okay,
Yeah.
well, there's 7 people paid. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
That's okay too, though.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of when I tell people, my family, how many people were there, I kind of count everybody in the room.
I always count everybody.
And then I don't think about it.
That's 30 extra people.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna not count them. Fuck you. I don't care if they paid or not. They were there.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. But like,
How many people were there? 70.
right. Yeah.
It was 40, but it's 70 today.
It's 70 for the case of this text message.
That's right. Makes me feel better.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm never telling my dad that there was only 30 people there.
I mean, I've played in front of a person, one.
Oh, dude.
Literally one. And we were the only band. The other
gotta-
band's canceled, and we just decided, fuck it, and we played in front of a single human.
Sounds like my last show. Anyway,
It happens, dude.
Yeah,
They can't all be winners.
you brought up Brian earlier. I got a fucking story for you, man.
Sound Brian?
Yeah,
Love Sound Guy
So
Brian.
I was 18 years old. Mismanaged this real first show. And we
Okay.
played like little shitty arcades and shit like that beforehand.
Real big venue.
Like downtown music.
Feeling it. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, we came into the
RIP.
scene. We came into the scene when it was fucking dying.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. And so this band has resurfaced, I would say twice.
Right.
Twice or 3 times. And we got asked to play this like Halloween horror fest show out of nowhere. Like out of nowhere.
Right.
We were just a bunch of fucking broke ass kids from Perryville. Didn't have a way to transport our gear or anything.
Yep.
And this was a week in advance. And this bill was going from 3 p.m. to like midnight.
Damn, what was that?
I don't know. I think the promoter to that has like since passed. I don't remember his name or
Where
anything.
was
like,
it?
It was Downtown Music.
Downtown Music.
Yeah.
How about that shit?
On Halloween night. And like in 2000, I want to say 2010.
Okay.
It was fucking wild, man. Divided We Die was on it. Like, I think some of the like bigger bands played at the end of the night.
Sure.
Divided We Die was Dalton Kennerly's one of his first bands.
Okay.
Yeah. And there was some fucking names on it though, and we were like, "Fuck yeah, we'll do it." And then,
of course.
and then
we'll play at 3.
we did
For nothing.
We did. Well, and then we didn't have anything really prepared either. Like
my God.
we just got into the screaming
Thirst
genre.
is real. Y'all haven't even really had.
Like we haven't had a lot of time to write. We had like 2 originals. It was fucking disastrous.
How very new band of you.
Yeah, we had like 2 originals, and we were gonna play covers for the rest. And we asked the promoter, "Is that okay?" And then like he was like, "Yeah, it's gonna be at 3."
Yeah. No one's gonna be here. I don't know if you know this, but no
Dude.
one's coming.
The only people in the crowd were my girlfriend at the time, and then I think Justin McCroy's girlfriend. And then
None of the other bands. They're just like loading in.
none
like,
of the other bands were there.
yeah, we're not even gonna waste our time.
Yeah. And yeah, it was fucking wild. I think the next 2 bands like canceled. Like,
It's brilliant, dude.
and well, we got done with our set. Like we covered some like old school Avenged Sevenfold shit because that's the only thing that we knew. God. And same mismanaged name.
Right.
And we get off the stage, go out that back door to our truck that we borrowed, and then Brian goes, "First show, huh?"
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. And
First show, huh? He's just like,
I brought that.
you stink.
Well, no, he was really cool about it. He goes, "I've seen worse."
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, he's definitely seen worse.
yeah. Like, and I brought that up to him last time we played Vino's, and he was like, "I don't remember that, but it sounds like par for the course."
Yeah, it sounds like some shit I'd say.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I've seen some doozies.
Yeah.
Man.
Like, oh man,
I love
me
I love
too.
a good bad first show. It's good. Builds character.
Well, what's fun is like,
But what's fucking crazy? It's like smoking cigarettes. You can have that show
yeah,
and you know it's absolute trash, but for some reason you're
still
I
hyped.
do that again.
You're still so hyped.
That was so much fun. Our girlfriends loved it.
Yeah, our two girlfriends, because the rest of us did not have girlfriends.
Yeah. Or they weren't going to bother their time coming.
Yeah, dude. Oh, damn.
She's like, I hear y'all in practice. Fuck no.
It's awful, by the way.
I really wish you'd get a job.
Damn. That hits hard, bro. I refused for a long time. Like, I was in college, but like community college, but I refused for a long time to get like a real job because I was doing music, man.
Hey, dude.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's all I wanted to be was a rock star.
Man, me too at the time. Like,
Amen.
yeah, it was.
I'd still take it, but I think I'm past the course.
Yeah, I kind of feel that way too. Like,
Body's a little banged up.
yeah,
I don't know that I could handle full-time touring unless I was at like a high level. Because you know those high-level guys, they get in a freaking masseuse every day, traveling saunas. They have all kinds of shit.
Mm-hmm. Well, like you listen to It's All Over, right? Like the formerly Bad Christian.
Yeah.
Like you just hear those guys like they even say like can't do it.
Well, that's why
anymore.
they only tour 2 weeks out of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, they only do small runs. They're all they're in their 40s.
Yeah, 46. I think Toby's 46. Yeah.
That's why, and dude, they're so innovative.
Yeah.
You really have to give it to Emery, man. Like they always stayed one step. I think it seems to be falling apart now. Like maybe it is at the end of the cycle.
Yeah.
Because like the things that work just aren't. But they're still giving it all.
Right.
And they've always been innovative. So I wonder if it's seemingly falling apart or if it's like they're just waiting on the next thing. Like they've got the next thing in line. Because, dude, the way they did their last album was creative as fuck.
Rub some dirt on it. I think
they did it live.
Yeah, I saw that.
On live stream.
Yeah.
Those are single takes. When you go listen to their newest record, that's the take in the room, and they live streamed it.
And they said they only practiced all together like twice.
That day. Dude, they didn't do it until the day they hadn't had a band practice until the day they showed up together.
That's fucking nuts.
They're
man.
so incredible.
Like how?
Like they're talented as fuck.
Yeah.
I mean,
two of them went to school for music.
Yeah, they're incredibly talented.
Yeah, it's insane.
But that album rips. Got some great riffs in it.
Hey Daniel, I'm not gonna make it. And what was it? Concussion.
The end of it.
Yeah.
The end of it.
Yeah.
That breakdown at the end. Holy shit.
It's so good.
So good.
They were talking about on their podcast recently.
And I think they could do that. I think they could be one of these bands that like pushes we don't do tours no more.
Yeah.
We do three of these. We do 3 of these a year and they're all different.
Yeah. I want to go to a Songs and Stories show. Like they're doing that kind of run now where it's Matt, Devin, and Toby.
I went to one of the house ones.
They talked about one in Bryant on their podcast recently.
Did they talk about it?
Yeah, I was going to ask you. That's what I was going to ask you.
That's where I was at. I haven't listened to that episode yet.
Was it at your house?
No, it was at my friend Sean's house.
Okay, well, they kind of shit on it a little bit.
Oh, yeah, it was terrible. Yeah. It was a tiny little thing, and I think it was the smallest house they had done. Dude, the house was like 80 years old.
Yeah.
It was one of those like...
Apparently Lunsford set them up with Sean or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The house is so fucking tiny.
Oh.
And like the living room itself is like... It's smaller than this room. Like literally probably the desk over. So you're missing all this. Imagine 40 people plus band gear. And it was just, dude, it's just, it was not.
They said it was the like smallest one they've ever done.
Yes.
And I like immediately when I heard that, I was like, was that at Corey's house or Bowie's house?
No. It was at Sean's house.
And then when I trained with Bowie Friday night, I was like, hey, yo, did you host Emery at your house? You might want to go listen to that episode.
No. I'm not surprised. They definitely didn't seem to be having a good time. They did really well, though.
Dude, Toby talked about it. He goes, this is the night I quit music.
Everything happens to them here. You know, that's what Devin quit when they played at the Rev Room.
Yeah, I heard that.
Here.
Like, he talked about walking.
They went to the river walk, and he was like, I think this is going to be my last show.
And they keep coming back.
I don't get it.
I mean, I'm grateful they keep coming back. They're
live.
It's probably never going to happen, but like, you know, you all have those bucket list things. I remember
the bands you want to play with.
Yeah, I remember you used to tell me Norma Jean, and you guys did that.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Mine are I
Yeah, I want Emery so bad.
You could do it.
Yeah, I think I still could. I might have to the band might have to come to me.
Set that shit up yourself.
Yeah.
I can't imagine Emory, the tickets got it. I can't imagine their draw is that much.
Right.
It'd be obtainable.
Right. Yeah.
Like if you put in your own money plus a little, you could definitely set that show up yourself.
Right.
And then find the next time they're going on tour and swinging through and just be like, here's a guarantee.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. And man, my bucket list was not very long, like at all. But I've kind of, other than Emory, I think I've kind of done it too.
I didn't really have one until I started doing it. And then I was like, oh, this is fun.
You hit Under Oath, you hit
I have all.
the
I got
Red
them
Chord,
all.
like
Yeah.
all of them, man. Like
And some were just accidental. Like,
yeah.
Like technically I played with Beloved, but I didn't.
Right.
Because the show got canceled. And we had already played and they didn't.
You got the poster. That's all that counts. You got the poster saved in your phone.
Like I have some really good ones that were just kind of like happenstance.
Right.
Like I just so happened to be in the right place at the right time. But that comes with being a fucking venue rat. You know?
Right.
That was me. Drop me off. I'll just be there all fucking day.
Right. Yeah. Well, for me, man, this is going to sound a little bit cynical, and I don't mean to shit on anything, but like, yeah, I mean, you can if you want. But, like we did like Moss of Flames era, in bands like that. And,
Yeah.
68. That was like one of of course I would want the Chariot, but that was long
Well,
gone.
you're gonna have to settle for
yes.
Yeah. We got the Chariot like 6 times.
Yeah, I
played
know.
with Chariot.
I know.
That's the most band I've played with, actually. Probably almost locally and fucking worldwide.
But like, so 68, scratch that itch for me.
Well, the 68's so fucking good. That dude, that Josh Scoggin is so fucking talented. It's insane.
Yeah, I wanted to play with
his talent.
I wanted to play with bands that were like at the time, like I think I was like energy wise, I felt like we were setting the bar pretty high. I mean, obviously you guys probably are the local kings of that, but
just high energy rock and roll. It's because we all have ADD.
Yeah.
If we don't move around, we'll forget the songs.
Right.
It's almost by default, really.
Like, well, and you got me trying to copy Todd as much as I can. You got Aaron and Billy throwing their guitars like across the stage.
Around,
and like for some of these like touring like known bands, I'm like, I respect you, but I want to set the bar high for you.
Yeah. That's every time. Yeah, for sure.
Dude,
every time we'd go into, I don't give a fuck who we were playing with. Dillinger didn't matter.
Yeah.
You have to think that.
Yeah.
Even if it's not true,
right.
You got to do it. Otherwise, you're going to fucking piss on yourself.
I mean, and I'm not saying musically ever we were better than any of them, but some of them like kind of showed up a little like, I don't want to be here.
That happens a lot in a small town for sure. I mean, a lot of bands are just like, whatever. It's a stop. Dude, we literally, the Village was basically a fucking bus fill up.
Yeah.
We would get shows because bands were on bigger tours and they wanted their rider filled.
Yeah.
Because they're not getting it on the bigger tour because they're the smaller band.
Mm.
So they'll just throw a bunch of locals on it and get a bunch of free 30 packs and fucking $5,000.
That's why I keep playing Vino's, bro. No, not for the $5,000, but for the free beer. No, Vino's has always treated us really well, man. But
Everyone.
Yeah, everyone.
Yeah.
I have zero complaints about any show I've ever played there. But
I mean, at some point it becomes like my new thing. Like, yeah, playing with bigger bands is fun, but I more just want to change it up.
Yeah.
I'm to the age now where it's like I want to see how many different kinds of acts we can put on a bill and make it good. Still.
Yeah,
it's
like
almost
different
like a
genre?
challenge. Yeah,
yeah, I mean, yeah, I love that, man. Like good pop punk band, good
like
metal
I want to
band.
get extreme, dude. I want to do like a fucking hip hop, dude. I
actually
want to do
get
a fucking
extreme?
stand-up comedian. I want to, like get crazy and just like how far can we take it where everyone's still having a good time and the mediums are just nowhere near.
Oh, dude.
The same thing. Like the structure of the show just doesn't even make sense, but it works in the room. How crazy does that look?
I don't know if I've told you. Like one of my, I'm not usually a New Year's
resolution guy.
Yeah, I'm not usually, but I did it last year.
Mine's always lose weight and then I gain 10 pounds. Whatever.
I did it last year and it kind of worked out. I kind of hit everything I wanted to. This year I kind of set the bar high. I actually want to do like a hot 5 of stand-up comedy.
Really?
Yeah. Like, and I say that, not really a lot of people expect that from me. But
you want to try it out? Like, like get in some local open mic
I
stuff?
want to give a good run to it though.
Okay.
Like, cause your first few times, like you're playing shows, like it's gonna fucking suck.
I'd say at first, a bunch of times with stand up, you have this all about finding your voice, and I feel like I'm still doing that with this, and we're 126 episodes in.
Damn, I didn't realize it was that much.
And that's not even all the other ones, because I used to do the movie reviews. I've done some stuff, some other ones for the stuff.
I remember that.
We're probably closer to like 200, really.
Yeah. So you're not counting the one-offs?
No, that's just the number of regular ones.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
126. Damn, that's still a good number.
it's all right.
Yeah,
But I feel like
you got like 3 days worth of content.
I feel like you blink and it's going to be like 500. Episode 527 or whatever the fuck. That's when you really start like you're getting it, dude.
Right.
The 10,000 hours thing. You really got to put it in.
How many podcasts are like actually going in Arkansas though?
I don't know.
Not a
Quite
whole
few.
lot.
Actually, I think it's more than you think, dude.
Really?
Yeah, I really do, because kind of been on this mission of trying to figure out stuff to make it grow. You start looking around, and it's like there's quite a bit, but they're all about like really niche things. So that's one thing about podcasting is it can be down to the most niche thing, like a knitting podcast. Jeez. You know what I'm saying? But but there's an audience for it. That's what's great about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess like
it's no different than YouTube. It's just in the vocal format. Plus, these things have transitioned to YouTube now.
Yeah,
and everyone has a fucking set design and a thing.
Right.
And like, look how crazy this is.
That's what me and Josiah need to work on is like actually
It's all about film, dude.
Yeah, well,
it's a pure
the problem is he's still here, so
Zoom, baby.
Yeah,
have you seen the dudes with the Workaholics?
Yeah,
they're just 4 dudes on Zoom.
Yeah, that's what we need to do.
So each of you get a nice room in your house. You put a little fucking Mismanage picture and a little MMA picture behind fucking, there's my studio, put an LED on the wall.
Pretty sure a few pictures got taken last night of me getting fucked up.
That's the one you want.
Dude, somebody sent me a video of it.
That's hilarious. Hey, remember that time 8 minutes ago you got your ass whipped?
Dude, before I made it out of the dressing room.
Yeah, that's so fucking funny, dude. Was it Jeff?
No, he was actually really cool about it.
No, I know. I'm just giving you a hard time. I think funny as shit. Somebody sent you the video before you. You stink.
And it was somebody I was going to dinner with afterwards.
That's fucking.
I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
That's great.
Like,
gee, thanks.
And then they also sent me a still of Hayden, my opponent, getting his hand raised.
Those are good friends, man. Those are good friends. That's
hilarious,
dude. That's hilarious, dude.
Like, what the fuck am I doing? Dude, yeah, before I even made it back out, getting changed out of my shorts and gross clothing. Just
damn.
Text message.
That's brutal, dude. Yeah.
It's like, my phone has had this problem with not receiving longer videos because my storage space is all used up and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
shits the quality down.
This person knew that, and they were like, well, this video is so short, you can receive it.
What a dick.
It truly does. It helps me like recover from like
does.
losses like that, man. You
you gotta brush it off. You can sit there and stew in it. You're just gonna be fucking pouting.
Who the fuck's that gonna help?
Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, like
you got in there.
Yeah,
take it. Just take the loss. And
I got it. I got in there, and that's more than what all the people talking shit to me.
That's right.
Yeah. So.
Well, when we get back to your house, we'll do a fucking couch match.
Yeah. Oh, dude, no, my elbow's actually fucked up. I can't do anything for probably
Did you
a
feel
month.
a pop?
Oh,
Was there a
yeah.
pop?
Well, the ref stopped it. I didn't tap out.
Oh shit.
Yeah. It popped, and then
the ref was like, mm-mm.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, that sucks.
Like he was asking me like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." Like,
but you're all juiced up, so you don't even.
Yeah. And I didn't feel it until
this morning.
I woke up at like 5 a.m. and my shit was sore, and then I was like,
fistful of Advil.
Fuck. Yeah.
And you got to drive home today.
Yeah.
Boo.
Yeah. I'll be driving with my left hand. But it was. I mean, it is what it is, man.
It is what it is.
Fuck it. Like, man, as far as like a life that I've lived, like I've opened up for some of my favorite bands.
Dude, that's my thing.
I've stepped in a cage.
You have this goal to be like the rock star, and then you look back with this, especially that's what I do now. I just reflect on everything. But it's like, dude, I already did more than most will ever do.
Yeah,
doing the same shit. I'm good.
You're still in a 1% of people.
Right. Literally. Honestly.
We hear about this 1%, and it's usually the people that are making $1 million or whatever.
That's like the nth, little iota of the 1%.
Right, but no, you still belong to a 1%. You sold out a crowd. Many times. Yeah, same here.
Played in front of big, over 1,000 people. Mm-hmm. That was a huge one. My only real other thing would be to do 5,000.
Yeah, I don't know
if I could somehow get to like a festival,
right,
and like just play like that opening side stage,
right? Yeah,
like there's like 10, 15,000, but it's not. No one's there for you. You're just filling the gap while they set the other band's shit up. I'd settle for that.
Maybe when I write a country record. No, I
mean, you want to know why country guys are covered in tattoos?
Yeah,
because they're all metal guys that didn't make it.
Isn't the dudes from O Sleeper doing a country project?
Absolutely.
Now?
Yeah. Like, why the fuck wouldn't you?
Dude, they need to, because like when they talk, you hear country records.
Oh, they're country as fuck.
Yeah.
They're funny though too, and they get it, and they're doing it for the money. Like they're like, clearly this is for money.
Well, they've talked about when people like step out in the room, like when they start like two-stepping and stuff like that to their songs, they're like, well, we get the same feeling of like when a pit breaks out.
Dude, this right now. I get the same high from this as doing a concert.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, me too. And I mean,
that's why I really love this, because this is like, oh, cool. In my older age, like because that craziness stuff only lasts so long.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm watching all my peers going, these guys have been doing their breaking down. Mm-hmm. So it's got to only be a matter of time.
Well, dude, that's why I never thought of myself as an adrenaline junkie. Like, I'm not going skydiving. Fuck that. Like, but like,
I don't know that I would, but I don't know that I wouldn't.
I'm also not going to the fucking ocean. Fuck all that too.
Fuck the ocean.
Yeah. Like
the ocean can kiss my whole ass.
Yeah, I'm out.
They could empty that bitch and I'd be fine. Put that thing in space where it belongs.
I think I'm with you. Yeah. But like, that's why I started fighting, was because like I love playing live shows, but I need more.
You need more. Yeah.
And
that's why I'm in 20 bands.
Yeah. You and Zach both, bro.
It's like I want it more, but I'm not going to be able to do it professionally. It seems like maybe I can.
Yeah.
There's still hope for that, but probably not. Like, I'm just being realistic. So the other thing is just being more acts.
Right.
You get to play more styles, and you get to play more shows. Because it's not the same band playing every month at the same place,
Right. Just the same drummer.
Well, I mean, unless it's Lame Johnny.
Yeah, you're playing guitar in that. And singing, right?
Singing, yeah. We'll call it singing.
Yeah, we'll just say singing.
Front person. Fronting.
I'm going to have to, like, as far as that, like, if I actually want to do, like, a country record or something like that, I'm going to have Drew is close enough to where I could probably do it. We don't know each other well.
He can play guitar, too.
Yeah. And we don't know each other well, but, like, we could probably do it.
Country's... You need a good guitarist.
Yeah.
You need a good guitarist. I mean, you need a slide for sure. And that shit's harder than it looks, dude. I've been getting into that a little bit lately at my house, just getting bored as fuck.
Grayson's doing it live now.
Oh, I saw that. Norman, you got a steel guitar. Yeah, lap steel.
Oh, yeah. Dude.
Yo.
You know what the funniest fucking thing is about Grayson? We don't know each other, like, really at all. And then I went to a buddy of mine's house. It was like for her birthday, and it was in Fort Smith, and like this dude was just like stood in the same place, like at this party.
He's like, I don't want to be
here. And I sat there and looked at him, and I was like for a long ass time,
wallflower in it.
Yeah, I was like,
oh dude,
like who the fuck is this guy? And I walked up to him and I was like, are you an Norvegine?
Yeah, you gotta just be more direct.
Yeah.
I've heard people talk about people will come up to them and be like, I know you, and they're like, okay,
yeah,
you're famous, and he's like, no, I'm not.
I was like, I wasn't gonna do that to him. Like, I wasn't gonna be like, I know you, and I've played a fucking show with him like 2 or 3 times now.
I did that one time, but luckily I wasn't allowed to say anything because it was in a gas station in Texas, Alma, maybe.
Oh, okay.
I walked in the gas station and I looked up at the man holding the door and I went, huh. And I just kept on. I walked in. I was like, I don't know why. I get to the register and it hits me who I just fucking walked past. And I was like, and I turn around and he's pulling away. It was Troy Aikman.
It's like Texas Hall of Fame,
Dude,
bro.
I'm telling you, I could not believe it. I fucking was like, no, fuck no. It's like my dad's all-time favorite quarterback of all time. Dude. I was
Right.
like, no. I even was like, can I make it out the door? And he was just out, dude. I was like, motherfucker.
Patrick Mahomes' mom almost ran me off the road one time.
That's cool.
Coming back from Texas, actually. Like, yeah, I knew it was her because her white Jeep said Mahomie on the top.
That's hilarious. I've only ever that's only happened to me that time. That one time was the only random
Like you didn't recognize it?
or just in the wild.
Oh man, that's happened a few times to me.
I mean, like I've seen there's been people where I've like, I've been in a place, but there was other people there for a thing. It's like I don't think that counts.
Yeah.
But as far as like just randomly, I mean, dude, there's some fucking small town in Texas.
Yeah.
The last motherfucker you think you're gonna hold the door open for you is Troy Aikman.
Right, yeah. Like it's happened to me a few times, but it's never like the right celebrity. Like
There's somebody, it's not someone you know. You're just like
Someone I don't give a fuck about.
well, Judge Reinhold.
Dawson's Creek.
Judge Reinhold like lives here.
He's a dick, man. That makes me so
He's never been a
sad.
dick to me, but I've heard that too.
I've heard a lot of people say he's not kind.
I used to
But
serve
that
him.
stinks, bro.
I used to serve him coffee like
because
every day.
all of his early work was my childhood.
Beverly Hills
He's
Cop.
in everything.
Yeah, Beverly Hills Cop, Santa Claus, like
Yes,
all of that.
It's so many things, and I'm just like, I don't want to know. Sometimes you just don't want to know. I
Yeah.
hate that, like modern time. It's good that it lifts the veil,
Yeah.
but it's like, man, there used to be this like mysteriousness to it. I always thought it seemed sweet, and now
Yeah.
he's not. It's
Well,
the opposite.
Probably the person you heard that from was Justin, because him and
more
I
than
used
just
to.
him. It was all Starbucks people,
Yeah.
but it was from more than just him. They were like, yeah, he's a jerk.
Well, every time I served him coffee, he was cool. I never acknowledged that he was Judge Reinhold. And then
Could be it.
Justin took his order one time and goes, all right. Thanks, Judge. He fucking just walks out. He's like, didn't want people to know that he's Judge Reinhold. I'm like, we all fucking know,
Well,
bro.
we all know you're faced, guy.
Yeah. It's like,
You've been famous for 50 fucking years. No one's gonna not know who you are.
hey, guy, just take your
yeah.
coffee, dude. Like, but
Rudge Ginehold.
he stays and picks it up. But who else? Ian Somerhalder he was in Lost. He like died in the first season.
Was that the big dude that was on
No,
the Weezer
he was
album?
also in the Vampire Diaries.
Okay, I don't know that.
Yeah, I mean, I've never watched it. I just knew he
So
was in
just
it.
some random.
Yeah, he came. I think that might have been Starbucks too. And he just
I feel
showed
like
up.
at Starbucks, you're probably gonna. That's your high ticket to see.
Josh
the most.
Goggin came in
Yeah.
every single time.
Yeah.
Every time he was in town, he came in.
See, that's the
So
thing.
that-
like, does
that's
count,
one
though?
that I
But
got.
does that count? Because he's here for. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
that's a good point.
He was already here, so the chances of you running into him are actually pretty
High, yeah.
Because he's just going to go around and be a day-to-day person.
Yeah.
It's like when I was in Memphis one time, and you see, like, I'm there for a concert, and you see all the bands walking down Beale Street. It's like, well, yeah,
Yeah, no,
of course
no
you're
shit.
going to see the bands walking.
Like you're gonna see Puddle of Mud there every time.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I've worked for them too.
Oh no, I'm sure that was awful.
It was not great. Them as people, fine, at least to work with.
Wes just stays fucking drunk all the time.
But they're just Nirvana 2.0. They're terrible. His vocals are, it's
Not
bad.
good.
It was bad,
well, like, did you see that?
but people loved it.
I brought up about a girl earlier. That was like the first song I learned on guitar. Did
Was
you see his cover of it?
yeah,
It was atrocious.
yeah, it's bad.
Like, I'm like, how do you fuck that song up?
Well, you try too hard. He didn't want to be himself. He was
Yeah.
trying to do the original. That's the thing about covers.
Yeah.
Cover it, but you got to do your version of it.
Well, there's a reason why copycatting doesn't work.
Yeah, because
like-
you're not that.
Yeah, like if you try too hard to capture somebody else's
The
voice.
essence, if you're trying to be that person, it
Yeah.
doesn't work.
Well,
yeah.
that's what I had to learn in singing.
Yeah,
Like
it's a tough one.
Thankfully, again, those two musical theater majors that I mentioned earlier.
You know what though, too, Van? Like singing. Here's my worst part: banter.
Yeah,
Banter freaking stinks. I wish
Yeah.
my vocal cords could like hold up long enough for me to just crush 6 songs and be like, thanks, good night.
yeah. I have no control whatsoever. Like as far as like how much I would restrain
When
it.
it comes down and you're like, hey, Oh, fuck. I fucked that up. Hold on. Try that ending again. Some people just have it. They come out there like, what the fuck's up? Da, da, da.
Yeah.
I think our intro for Lame Johnny's really good. I've always liked it.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
And just dink, 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 dink. And then I think it's hit the nail on the head. Some front people try to be stand-up comedians too, and I think that's my downfall. Because I want to be that also, and I'll try jokes and none of it lands.
Me when
because my sense of humor is fucked up.
That's me whenever Vino's has fed me more than two.
The only one that worked was we were in Chicago, and I was like, "Hey, we're from Little Rock," and then I took the microphone stand and I you know how people do the claps in the text. It's like between each word. And I don't know what like syllable it. And I did that with the microphone, and I said, we had to buy shoes just to get here. And then we started the song, and I heard people laughing. I was like, hey, it worked.
Yeah, there you go.
But we were in Chicago, so they were like, yeah, you probably did.
Yeah, I remember the last show we played at Vino's with Cicada, and
I think I was there.
I think you were. I got too drunk, man.
I got
too drunk. I got too drunk.
You were pretty lit up,
and like I was just there to have fun, really. And then I mean, you know, I want to give him a show, and I feel like I still did, but
you did good.
I remember I looked at Matt, like Mike away from me, Matt Johnson. I was like, I'm gonna throw up all over you if you keep saying it'll be on accident. But out of all these people that I have to choose from, I feel safe with you.
I've seen people puke on stage before.
Yeah,
dude, that old Vino stage, this fucking thing, I've seen.
Yeah, I got a piece of this, bro. I wanted it at the Crash Cast.
Hell
show.
yeah. Did you frame it?
It is not framed yet, but it is hanging on my wall.
Shadow box style?
Yeah, I want to do that, but it like literally the nail that's in it is like hanging on another nail.
Nice and trashy. Yeah. That's how it should be, to be honest.
It's inevitable that I'm probably going to move again. So
It took him probably an hour to get all the nails out of this piece.
Literally, like pulling them out, nailing them down. And I still missed a couple. We really should have done 3 coats, but if you feel like right there, you can actually still feel one of the nails.
See it.
Yeah. So, like, I tried my hardest, dude, but this was the first epoxy anything I've ever done, and it is the most terrifying shit.
How old is this thing? Like, the wood? It's
1989.
Jeez.
Yeah.
It's the first
89 or 90.
It's like
the original stage is under there still. We
found really?
It. Yeah, the skeleton of it
is
still there today.
That's insane.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Well, the like very, very back portion.
Yes, the very back portion. The original stage. So, like, you know where like the green room is?
Yeah.
Or what was a green room, now it's just a back room.
Where all the drum kits go.
And then there's like that little chute, that little hallway, and then there's like where that pole is.
Yeah.
So just like maybe a foot past that and a couple feet out, that whole area is the framing is the original stage.
Woo.
Still, like we attached onto it.
Yeah.
Because when we were tearing it up, we found it and we were like, oh, we're keeping this shit. And that's why we were able to make the stage a foot bigger, because we saved the material.
It wasn't like bullshit back there.
We saved the material from
The rest of it was all like fucking duct taped together. And,
well, it was built by crafts, like people who knew how to build stuff. Everything else was just added on. Like it was literally panels, man.
Right.
They'd build 2x4 legs and put a piece of plywood on top and just slide it into place and screw the 2x4s. I mean, it was the shittiest thing you've ever seen.
That's crazy.
It's built good now.
Yeah.
That motherfucker's got more metal in it than you could ever imagine.
I so wish I could have been a part of that.
Lag screws everywhere.
Yeah, I wish I could have been a part of that. I was already gone at that point. Yeah. But like,
I handed sheets of plywood to people.
It was fun.
That was about all I could.
That's all you could contribute.
Well, the bigger dude, you'd be surprised. Like the biggest part of it was cleaning up the fucking mess.
Was like, so you had you there. Yeah. Like I'm thinking carpenter musicians here. Like you were there, me, you, and then was Todd there?
Yeah, he was doing some cutting, but not.
This fucker knows how to. So.
I mean, sorta. He had a fucking like Ryobi skill saw. It was all get fucking chankety. Dalton came and hammed out.
Dalton's a carpenter too.
Stan was there.
Is he a carpenter?
You had a couple of your friends come out.
Oh yeah, Big Nick was there.
Big Nick, yeah, there you go.
So
that's one you want.
I was like placing everything and like calling out cuts.
Yeah,
and people would cut and then bring that piece, and then like myself and then whoever was it was kind of like a floating thing.
Yeah.
So I would have like a helper all day, and then like I would they would help like hold shit in place while we screw it in or whatever. Or like, hey, we need this, blah, blah, blah. Like, you know.
Right.
But we had a comfortable like 10 folks pretty constant the whole time.
Yeah. And then the others just kind of floated in and out.
It was like a revolving door.
Yeah.
You know, people would come in. Some people just wanted to come and see it without a stage in it.
Right.
Which was insane. That was an insane sight. When when you stood back after we cleaned all the garbage out.
Right.
5 50-gallon trash bags, by the way.
Jeez.
Just from under the stage. 5 of them.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is insane. How long have we been going?
200 gallons.
A long
Really?
time?
2 hours and 20 minutes.
Hell
Hey,
yeah.
you want to call it?
I got to pee.
Let's just call it.
Yeah. Anything you want to promote?
Nah, I'm good, dude. I literally don't have shit going on.
I think Mismanage is going to have a show in March.
Good.
At Vino's. And I'm not sure who it's with, or I would promote it, but I don't know who it's
It's
with
not
yet.
like a full thing yet.
March is
not-
close.
Yeah, it is close. It's not a full thing yet. We're also we're gonna tease, I believe, our EP beforehand.
Good.
Another EP that we're doing, and listen to Ugly, Sick, Broken, Stupid, man.
There you go.
It's sometimes we're just goofy on it. Sometimes we talk about serious like church shit that we think is goofy. Then we
Sure.
kind of make fun of it, and then
Yeah.
and that's coming from again a man of faith and one that's not. So. Basically, the goal of that is to show that different people from different walks can get along.
There you go.
So,
I love that.
Yeah, and regardless, thanks for having me on, dude. Thanks for the beers.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Dude, anytime.
I love you, bro.
I love you too, buddy.
See ya.
Hold on. Do that again. Peace.
Peace.
That was